Hello! Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you're having a nice night. Thank you for coming by. My name is PorcelainMaid. Happy Saturday, everybody. Don't be shy. Feel free to say hi. Happy to have you by. Thanks for coming by. Hi, chat. Hello, everyone. Hi. Chat, today we got a very special stream for you. Now, originally, I was going to have my ex-wife come by and hopefully get you guys some family time because you haven't seen her in a while. But she's not responding to my texts or my calls. And as you can see, she hasn't come by. So, that's great. That's great. Not coming by for the kids. Not gonna stop by to say hi to the kids. Just gonna not coming. Anyways, we are gonna be playing Borderlands 2 today. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Just, me and you guys. Some good old time with your dad. It'll be fun. You guys, we have fun together. We have a good time together. It's great. We're gonna have a great time. You and me. Come on, chat. Let's head over to the mansion. It'll be great. Don't worry about it. We'll have a good time. You don't need her. It's fine. Disclaimer for every time we do a Porcelain Parlor collab, I will not be able to react to every single donation, sub, raid, everything. We're going to be doing bits and then we'll get into talking, and I don't want to talk over or interrupt other people that are on my stream as guests. Thank you so much. Hopefully you can pay attention to that. And let's get started! It would have been great. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe next time, Her Majesty will grace us with her fucking presence. Just you and me, chat, every time. Listen, it'll still be fun. You guys like hanging out with me. Me, your dad. We get to play Borderlands 2 together. You guys love watching me play Borderlands 2. You guys love watching me play Borderlands 2. We're going through the DLC. It's always fun. You guys can just sit back, relax. I'll get you some pizza. How about that? Do you guys want pizza, buddy? Do you want pizza? Do you want some ice cream maybe? I'll get you some ice cream. How about that? Don't worry about your nasty my ex-wife. Don't worry about it. We'll get you some pizza and some ice cream and you'll forget all about mom. You get to enjoy some lovely food and get to watch some good gameplay. It'll be fun. You'll have a good time. Don't worry about it. You get to enjoy all the lovely things, and you don't need, her grace to come grace us with her present. You don't need that at all. Oh, great. Who's that? Chat, sit right there. I'll be right back. Pause the music, too, while you're at it, chat. Turn it down. Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, what's up? You finally decided to come by?
Yeah, I thought you had food.
Food? You came here for food?
Yeah, don't you usually have like
Nothing
food
else?
at the thing?
You just came here for food?
I mean, isn't that like the attraction? Isn't that the point?
Nothing else. You couldn't have thought of, maybe the kids that you haven't seen in months?
Fine.
What do you mean fine? They've been waiting here for you to say hi for months
They're
now.
grown up. What do they need me for?
They are barely grown up. They still live in the cage. And
Yeah, well, a lot of like 30-year-olds do that, so...
Okay, well, that's a low blow. I haven't even seen Boris in so long either. Do you know when the last time I saw him was?
Well, you see him right now. I mean, I think he went past me. I think he's in there.
That's not the same thing. That's not the issue here. There's a family that's in there that's waiting to be reunited, and we see them once every, 8 months because of you and your schedule.
Oh, because of me. Because of me. What about my needs, huh?
What about your needs? What about their needs?
Yeah.
I've been putting aside my
what have
needs
they
this
done for me
entire
lately?
time for them.
Okay. But what do they do for me?
What do you mean, what do they do for you?
What have they done for me lately?
That's not how that works. They don't need to do anything for us.
Life is give and take, all right?
You expect them to give something?
Yeah, like a little something. I mean, I made everything
We
happen
brought
for them.
into this.
So
That's not the same thing.
yeah, well, I could bring him in, I could take him out. That's my prerogative.
That's not that you. Wow, how did you win the court case? This is ridiculous.
Easy, easy.
Boris should be with his family.
I'm his family, okay? And he has a nice little bed under my desk. He curls up in it and he's happy.
Are you
all
even
right?
feeding them properly? You didn't even say hi to them yet, by the way. They're just sitting there outside in the other room waiting for us to come in. Because they want to be happy. They want to have a happy family and they miss
Aren't
you.
they used to that though? Aren't they really used to like you just leave them in a cage all day?
That is not true. I constantly pay attention to them.
Yeah, while they're sitting there in a cage all day.
They enjoy it. It's their safety cage. It's like a blanket.
Right. When was the last time you took them outside? You take them for walkies? Anything like that? Give them a little
They
space to move their legs
They
around.
they don't like going outside.
It's not about what they like, it's about what's good for them, okay? You need to push them and do what they need. You know better.
Okay,
You're the
well,
parent.
maybe what's good for them is to have a loving parent from both sides that come by to say hi to them once in a while.
You want me to walk here and stick my fingers into a cage to say hi to them? You don't want to take them out for walkies or something?
What, are we supposed to just go to you every time? You're not the most welcoming host either.
You're right, you're right. I should come here and visit them in their dungeon. Okay, okay.
It's not a dungeon. They don't have a dungeon.
This place is haunted, Joel.
What's haunted about it?
Oh, I
There's
wonder.
nothing
You don't hear
haunted.
the sounds. You don't feel the shivers when you walk through this place.
No,
you kidding
I
me?
don't have nerves.
You don't feel eyes looking at you.
Chat just likes to stare sometimes.
Right, right. So you
normal for
leave
them.
them caged up in a haunted place. The ceiling is broken in entirely. It could
Okay.
rain in here, and you just
Well-
leave him in a cage.
Well, what about Boris? You dressed him up like a little butler, and he's just what?
He
doing
is.
everything
He
you
has
ask for
a
him?
job, okay? He always wanted employment,
Oh,
and
and
look
you
at him.
pay
He's
him?
making something of himself.
You're
Yes.
the one who pays him?
Yeah,
And what do you pay him?
that's none of your concern. Would you want to know what his salary is? Were you trying to get money?
No, I'm concerned
I
about
see
what
what
he's
this is
if he's
about.
being
You're
exploited
just-
or not.
You just want my money. You just want my money. I get it.
Okay.
I get
Yeah, sure. That's what this is about. It's about money, just like it always was about money. Back
Right,
when it was
right.
in the court, back now, it's just always been about money with you.
Yeah, because you're always after it.
That is not what it has been about.
It's
I just am trying to keep
always
this family
been about
together, and you
Always.
only think about yourself every time.
See, by keeping them in a little cage, you don't have to pay for anything. They don't need a bedroom. They don't need any amenities.
They can
They're
sleep
like,
in
oh,
whatever room they
be
want in
the
the mansion.
cage.
I have never said no to any of their requests for that.
right. Mm-hmm. But you brainwash them to request the cage every time.
I have not brainwashed anyone.
Of course not. Of course not. That's what you want them to think, Joel. That's what you want them
Don't
to
turn
assume.
this around on me. You always do this. We talk about issues that you have, and then somehow you deflect
You
it.
always do this. Meh, meh, meh. I wonder why I always do it. Maybe because this is a recurring theme, because you always leave them in a cage and you make them think that it's good for them.
All I'm asking of you is to maybe sometimes come by to say hi to them. Have you ever thought about that? Do you even think about them when you're at home doing whatever with Boris? Do you even think about them?
Whatever. I'm thinking about Boris. I'm taking care of my son.
Well, maybe I'd like to see him sometimes too.
Why don't you come over?
I have to take care of Chet.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And you can't bring them over. Why? Because the cage. Can't drag the cage out, of course.
I can take them over whenever I
Good
want. I can
excuse.
take them.
What a
I could take them
great,
over.
convenient excuse.
The last time I tried to come over, you were playing video games the entire time and you didn't even say hi to them.
Yeah, well, they should have played video games.
What? You know how they are about that. They prefer to watch.
Yeah, well, maybe if they got with the program, things would be different. Okay, they know what they have to do, and they can choose to do
don't
it.
have fingers. They have little stubs. We talked about this.
Let's
They
get a
can't play
DDR mat or
games with their
something.
stubs.
Whatever.
Do you even do DDR? I've never seen you once doing DDR.
Well, I don't, but they could. They could play Rock Band. They could hit the drums.
You know what? I don't want to talk about this. Let's just get in there and just try to make them have a good day. I don't
we'll
want to talk
present a
about this with you right
unified
now.
front. A unified front.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
Hey guys, hey buddies, hi.
Hey there.
Look who it is.
Who's that? Look at you. Oh my God. You're so you look the same.
They got a new bow.
Is that a new bow? Oh
Mhm.
my God. Oh my God. Look at you. I thought they were gonna be taller.
They don't. What do you mean? They're made out of wood. How would they
Oh,
grow?
Yeah, you got a point.
You just got to pay attention to the little things. Like I noticed Boris got a snout polish recently, looking very handsome. Look at you.
Yeah, he licked his nose a lot.
Look at you. Well, you know,
he did that himself.
It's good. It's good to keep yourself polished. You know, it's good to look good.
Right.
It's important to try. It's
Just
important to try.
drool. It's just the drool everywhere.
Oh. Well, you
But it
know, he's
looks
still
great.
he's a handsome young lad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can't. Somebody said the trauma is resurfacing in chat, and I almost started laughing really hard.
What can you do, man?
Hi,
can you
Geega.
do?
Welcome
Hi.
back to Porcelain Parlor. Glad to have you back on.
Thank you.
Oh my
Glad
god.
to be here.
What a stupid opening bit.
The preparation for it was he was like, we're divorced parents. Yeah.
That was it. My
That was the
only
prep.
the only thought that I had was it would be really funny if we just did the divorced parents bit and just went into it.
We don't
you know
don't
what?
need the prep, okay?
Yeah,
We're
that was
just
all
like
improv.
that. Oh yeah.
We're just sick
yeah.
fucks.
we just know how it is, okay?
We're just sickos that just do this on a daily, apparently.
Well, when your job is getting in front of a chat and doing whatever dumb bits come to your head anyway, I mean.
Anyways, welcome to Porcelain Parlor, Geega. Chat, we finally have her back on again. Geega, the last time we had you on was like, I think, what was it, last year? It was like in November or something.
Was it that long?
I think so. I mean, we've hung out in between then, but like, it's been a while.
Yeah, maybe I'm trying to think about this show in particular, right? Yeah, maybe it has been that long.
Well, every time we do the
I
show,
see
I
you
also offer the alternative of playing more puzzle games. I heard that you recently cheated on the We Were Here Forever game that we played with Matara this time.
She and I played 2 of those games, actually. We played one a long time ago, so she wanted to do another one.
I've also apparently heard that in both of the games, you just kill the other person at the end, which is, you know, I don't know if that's a good reoccurring theme to have in a co-op game. And the fact that it happens more than once.
Dude, I feel like they all end like this now, from what I know. And she, in the one that we played, just left me there. She, like, got out and made sure that she got out, and I did not get out. So I just was left there to die. It was messed up.
I'm kind of glad that you're the first, you died this time instead of leaving other people to die. I feel like this is like my revenge
the last
story
time I
coming
pushed
to
you into the water, so you died.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's still one of my most favorite YouTube videos. Is like when I recapped that on my channel, and just
The fact
so
that
many
I
people
learned
love
about
the
that,
ending.
the fucking goatsy meme from that is awful.
Oh, that's
traumatized
my
me
favorite
from that
thumbnail.
now.
No, I love it. I love it. It's my most favorite thumbnail on the channel.
It's only the semi-mentally ill that always bring it up in front of me every time. Fucking Mike brought up goatsy like around 6 times recently.
I think it's old people. People who were, no, not old people, specifically people who used the internet a lot before like 2007, before YouTube, before iPhones. People who were using the internet a lot at that time, they would all know what this is.
I don't like
But
that the specific way of defining what era people are in is saying before iPhones. I don't like giving Apple that much
isn't
credit.
that so sad? It's true though. It's true. That was what made. I
What
mean,
about
they came with
Blackberries, huh?
YouTube.
What about before Blackberries? Those were the
People
original
had those, but they
smartphone.
didn't have the YouTube app. Okay, that's the difference. So you got an iPhone, it had the YouTube app, and suddenly everyone was like, "Oh, I guess I'll use the internet regularly."
Yeah, but what were people doing on YouTube when it first came out? Like, hey
Watching
guys, I'm at a
vloggers.
zoo video. Look at this crazy elephant thing.
It was basically Vine. It was all these every people be like, "Oh, Miss Vine," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's just early YouTube." It was people uploading really short videos of random shit, and it would be titled exactly what it is. It'd be like monkey pooping, and it would be like a video of a monkey pooping while they were on their whole vacation. And that's it. And it would go viral, and it would have like 1 million views, which was a fuck ton at the time. And then there were vloggers. There were people that were just like the heart and soul of vlogging, right? Walking around with the camera and saying some stuff and then uploading that shit raw. That's what it was.
And now we have streaming, which is the same thing, except now people can clip you when you say stupid shit raw. Also, Variety,
Yeah, I don't
thank you
like
for the raid. And chat, how is the audio balancing? Are we good here? Is Geega good? Am I good? Am I
Is
too
it
loud? Is she too
okay?
loud? Is the music good?
That's the test.
That's it.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Geega is louder and crispy. It's okay. She can do most of the yapping. I'm still tired
Well,
from the last 60 hours that we did this
I
week.
could just speak more lightly. I feel like the need to project my voice when I'm talking to Joel because he projects his voice. And I could just not.
God, Giga's in my fucking good books for saying projecting instead of yelling or the word screaming. I swear to God, I'm getting a pet peeve. I'm getting a pet peeve when people say that I yell or scream.
No, you're just using your diaphragm.
I am. That's why
That's
I feel
literally
incredibly tired after every stream.
Yeah, you're literally pushing a muscle over and over and over. Yeah, when I finish stream, if I'm talking a lot, especially if I'm trying to project my voice, or I should say, if I'm not thinking about how I'm talking, I'll just automatically project my voice, and then at the end of the stream, I'll go pass out. I'll eat food and I'll lay down and be like, oh, and just.
Do you think it's like a twinge of adrenaline too that mixes in there?
Yeah,
I feel like when I
have
stream,
like
I get
a little bit of
adrenaline.
that going the whole time. Yeah, for sure.
It's such a weird thing to think of because you wouldn't normally associate somebody sitting down playing video games with adrenaline, but when you're in front of like a large crowd of people and you have to like project your voice and talk to them, I feel like I get a little bit of an adrenaline boost whenever I start. Because
you're aware. Okay, think about when you get in front of a crowd for public speaking, for anything, even if it's a room of 10 people and they're like, okay, can you stand up and explain this? It's just that the whole time.
I kind of like it.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I feel like I'm an adrenaline junkie the way I chase after it. Like I'll have a bad day and then I start stream and then somehow it just gets better and I'm like, is that adrenaline? Am I a sicko? Am I a fucking drug addict?
Yeah.
A natural drug addict? I don't use any of the artificial stuff. It's all coming from me.
A chemical addict.
That sounds even worse.
It's all the same thing. It's all the same shit, man.
Calling me a chemical
Caffeine's
addict
a drug, whatever.
Sounds worse in a way. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There
I like it though. I enjoy it. I do project my voice a bit, but I've been trying to pull back. The problem is, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like when I project my voice, I can get more inflection put into what I'm saying, right? But if I don't project my voice, it's going to be flatter. But if I don't project my voice, it's easier on my voice. So it's better for me to do that. So it means that a lot more time on my stream, I'll just be like, hey guys, what's going on? And I'm always like, is this too flat toned? But I don't have
like
it in
doing
me
flat toned with certain games though. Like if I'm playing a cozier, comfier game, a flat tone kind of helps a lot with the,
it's calming,
the vibes.
Yeah. Right.
If I'm playing something like Borderlands, a flat tone honestly helps me out because I'm trying to focus on the game. If I'm,
it takes you out of the adrenaline zone a little bit.
Yeah, if I'm doing like fucking Minecraft RP, then I need to project. Then I need to enunciate.
Yeah.
And it's way
No, I get that.
I don't know. Streaming's so weird with the way it affects bodies. It's such a strange thing that we get adrenaline from it, but it feels unnatural not to get adrenaline from speaking in front of everyone.
Right. I think it'd be really cool. I wonder if there have been studies done on it. Probably not, but people's brains and physical condition. Well, public speaking, yes, but what about when streaming? Because it's just a different. It's a different thing. It feels similar, but it's different at the same time. So I kind of wonder. Has this been studied? Are we destroying our bodies and we don't know?
I don't think people have studied. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone having a study on a streamer yet. I mean,
no,
maybe
you'd have
colleges
to get streamers
have,
to
but
like accept that, like someone's sitting in the room while they're streaming and like watching them, writing down notes,
there's some
attaching
room in
some shit to their brain.
Harvard or some other college where they just have some random dude streaming in front of his audience, hooked up to like an EMT or some shit.
Yeah.
That sounds so dumb. All right, now I'm gonna. Can you talk to them about? Talk to them about the recent cancellation of so and so, please. We have to write this down. We need to figure out what's going on.
Recently canceled celebrities.
Yes. And we need you. We need you to record an apology video, but we have to have you hooked up. So, please just act natural. Bring out the dog. All right, now you need to do a reaction on the new Smash Bros. Character.
Shit, I'm trying to find someone. I don't know who's been canceled. I don't keep up on this stuff.
You're still looking.
Canceled streamers.
Jake Logan Paul. Done.
Can you believe what that guy did?
No.
I don't know what that guy did.
I feel like that's a good response anytime somebody asks you about anything. Because there's always those random people that come into streams
you believe it?
that are just like, hey, recent event.
Mm-hmm. I have no fucking clue. I am so tapped out. I'm not tapped into anything going on. I am tapped out. The last few years, I was like, you know what? I'm disconnecting from the world. I don't care. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to be up to date on anything. I am just doing my thing. I'm staying in my lane. And now people, when they come to my chat, it used to be when I first started streaming that they'd come to my chat and go, oh my God, have you heard about this person? And I'd be like, oh, we've all heard about it. I'm so tired of it. Now I just go, what? What do you mean? And I have no clue what they're saying.
Unfortunately, the only reason I know anything is when I run out of YouTube videos to watch and I have nothing else to do but scroll. As soon as I run out of a genre of video to watch, then immediately the doom scrolling starts. Oh, I don't have any more speedruns to watch? Ah, fuck. I'm going to start learning about things that I didn't ask for.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Or somebody just comes in to chat with it.
Yeah, sometimes I'll look up stuff after stream if too many people are talking about a thing. I'll be like, what is there something I don't know? So I know not to say something, right? Maybe there's a random word that's like not a good word to use right now because someone just got canceled for a blank thing, right? I'll like avoid it maybe, but at most I'll look up like a cursory article and then I'm done.
This is why I think I should just stop doing any kind of social interaction and only start streaming Scrabble from now on.
Yeah.
Or like different word games. You know what? I'm just gonna get the perfect score on that fucking Webster dictionary game. Dude, Geega, thank you for the 44 months at tier 3. Holy shit.
Welcome.
That's crazy. Thank you.
Long time tier 3 sub.
Wait,
I think,
dude, I know that, Geega. Holy shit. My dad reacted to your design. Sorry, can you hold on for a second? I know you.
Oh my God.
I showed you in I'm doing a dad reaction video soon. And I showed them your design. Dude, big fan. Love your work with VShojo.
What did your dad say about their design? What did he say? What did he
So I asked, to preface, I asked my dad, what do you like about the design? What do you not like? What do you think is their personality? And my dad said, they look sexually active?
I feel like that's the case with like 90% of YouTubers. People look at them and they're like, is this a sex thing?
It was specifically your design, and I don't know why he said it. I don't. But to be fair, this is also the guy that called Aethel Naruto. So like, take it with a grain of salt.
I was gonna say, it's your dad though, so I'm not surprised.
My dad's
but who
kind
did you
of a
show
freak.
him?
I showed him a bunch of people. So the ones that made it in the video, I believe are you, Aethel. I showed a couple of streamers that actually just responded to the tweet that I sent. There's Matara in it. There's Rikami. There's Cinder. There's Savvy. I showed them Murparoni,
And you didn't say it about any of them.
He did not. He mentioned boobs on one person. I don't remember who it was. I think he mentioned the boobs on. No, it was on Saranya, my VTuber design child.
Yeah.
And then for just whatever reason, he looked at you and he was like, one, he made fun of the eye patch, and then he brought up and he was like,
fair.
They look sexually active. And I was like, what does that mean as a description of personality?
That's the thing, is like, what does that mean? It's funny because if you go to my stream, it could not be farther from the truth. I'm like the last person.
Video, I started
so funny.
busting out laughing. As soon as he said it, I started losing my mind. And he was like, what? What did I say?
Literally the other side of the scale.
And then
someone will come to my chat and be like, girls, and they get sniped. That's so funny.
It's the video is so good. I'm so excited to post it. It's almost done now. I just got an update on it, and I'm excited. We're just waiting to add Juniper in it, and then it's done. My dad is insane. He had the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. He had favorites too, which was really funny. He basically was like, Aethel is Naruto, Geega is sexual active.
Aethel is Naruto. That's crazy.
He called I think he called Mary a spoiled brat.
Wait, that one's
it fits. It fits.
I could see that. The others, they don't fit at all. But that one.
No, come on. You don't think Aethel could be Naruto? I feel like he could fit.
It's literally nothing to do with
Could you imagine him saying, "Believe it"? I could. Or Naruto running.
Believe it, brother.
I feel like he could.
He would lean into the mic. Believe it, brother. He'd turn up the gain.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that fucking video to come out. And I'm gonna get my mom to do one soon at some point too. I'll see what reaction she has to everyone.
I love it.
God,
I like when people do stuff with like their parents or people who don't know anything about VTubers, because it's just such a, I don't know, it's a lot of whiplash. You're so in the zone, right? You're so in this space, in this sphere, that you're in a bubble and you forget what it's like and how people react to things when they see them initially. It's interesting.
Well, it's like that one video essay I think that most people have heard of, where it's like the guy who's like, what gaming is like for a non-gamer, where he just forces his wife, who's never played a video game in her life, to play video games.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, the entire time, what am I doing? Why can I not do this thing? Or like how people that don't play games don't instinctively think of A as the jump button, like stuff like that's so ingrained in gamer minds that they don't think of it. So when you bring out and show VTuber designs to people that don't know anything about art or VTubing, it's always super silly to see what they say. I remember I think one of my favorites was, I think Geega had her dad and showed her dad a bunch of designs, and they had them like make names for VTubers.
Yeah, that was so fucking funny.
I think I was Marianne. You're doing great, Marianne. Great design. So proud.
Oh man.
Yeah, Kenji did one with his brother recently. Oh my god, you can tell that I've been doing 10-hour streams with his brother.
I should do one with one of my brothers.
You could.
I've been looking for something to do with one of them, at least one of them. But first of all, none of them want to come on stream. They're just like,
record it.
I don't want to. Huh?
Just record it. That's what I did.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But also, they were like all saying that they're really afraid of saying the wrong thing or saying something that they shouldn't say, especially if they're like, we used to live in blank, right?
Yes,
like that kind of stuff.
I did that with my dad, and I was like, it's recorded. I'll just have the editor cut it out, or I'll cut it out myself.
Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking about it, like, oh, I should do a video, but then I was like, what video do I do? Right.
You could show them other members of VShojo. You have like enough for a full video now. You guys have gotten so many people that you basically have like, what is it, nine people? That's like almost 15 minutes. That's like perfect video length.
Yeah, I like that.
And it would work out really well because then you don't have to go outside of the VShojo area, and it'd be easier for you to do. You don't have to think about anyone else. Unfilter your dad's. I shit you not, the day that I recorded with my dad, I was like, here are the three things. Don't say my name, don't say your name, don't say where we live, and don't say where you come from, because he has a very thick accent. So the entire time he was repeating it to himself as he went down the stairs to my recording booth, and he was just like, don't say this, don't say this, don't mention this, don't say this, don't mention this, don't mention this.
You just like go over the dossier over and over.
It's two things, chat. Names are one. They count as one. But I'm really excited to bring my mom on for one too, because she has no background in art at all. Like my dad used to do art, but my mom has literally nothing. And all she ever did growing up when I was a kid was watch true crime documentaries. So I'm really excited to see what her opinions are and anything are.
Oh, yeah, she's so far removed from
she's not a white woman, but she's very suburban white woman coded. So we'll see how this goes.
I like that. When I've shown my mom things, especially when I joined VShojo, I was telling her about it and I was explaining to her what it was, and she was like,
You're in a boy
who else
band?
is in it? Well, she understands streaming. She gets it. She doesn't watch streams, but she understands like what the point of it is and what it's like. I remember when I first showed it to her, she was like, oh my God, it's like public access TV, but it's live. And I was like, yes, with a chat room. She was like, I get it. She got it so quickly.
There's way more shittier channels in streaming than public access TV.
Well, public access TV is also super shit sometimes, depending on where you are. But she understood the vibe, right? And so I started showing her everything, and then at some point, I'm joining
your
VShojo.
Mom with a TV remote, clicking through streams, waiting to find the right one.
Well, that's the thing, is I had her navigate the site. I was like, hey, I'm curious. If you wanted to find something to watch on here, what would you do? And I sent her to the site, and she was like, well, I used to play old games like Dr. Mario and stuff.
Oh my God,
people play old games. I was like, oh my God, there's a retro category. So I showed her, I was like, it's by game category activity. And I opened the retro category. She finds people speed running like OG Tetris. And she was like, oh wow, I used to play this a lot. Oh my God, that's so fast. She was just watching people speed run. She was like, wow.
I never thought of that. I should do that.
Practice this.
My mom only plays Candy Crush, but maybe I can get her into something if there's a Candy Crush speed run.
My mom used to play like NES era stuff, and up until N64, right around that time, she played some stuff, and so she played the OG Dragon Quest. She played, things from
Dude,
then.
what the fuck? Your mom is really cool.
Yeah, well, she at some point bought herself her own NES and was like, I always wanted one, because she was a big nerd. But she like kind of stopped, and then GameCube era came around. She hadn't played games in years, and I had her play in she got one of the houses, the OG Animal Crossing. It had 4 houses, so I had her have one, and she would like play in our little village, and she liked it. She ended up playing that game, opening that save file and playing that game for so many years. And she did everything. She collected everything. There was nothing left to do, but she'd still just play it. She just opened it and enjoyed it. And I was like, hey, I know it's many years later, but there's one coming out for the Switch. That's how long it had been. I was like, there's one coming out for the Switch. I'm just gonna get you one. So I just got her Switch for Christmas one year.
That's so cute.
And and then she got the new Animal Crossing, and she was like, wow, they look look at the colors.
What I've noticed with parents a lot of the time, or older people, is if you give them a video game, they will do everything in that game, because most parents or old people do not have hobbies to do at home, which is why they're so hard stuck on like leaving the house, go do stuff, go leave the house, go do things. It's because they don't have hobbies to do at home. So when you show them something that they like in a video game format, they will constantly do that at home. Like me showing my dad Candy Crush, unfortunately, led them to only doing that when they're at home and have nothing to do. They only play that consistently.
They see it like a singular hobby, not gaming in general.
And I've noticed it too when other people have their parents and they show their parents a video game, they will lock in. They will hard lock in on that one game for like years.
It's because they don't know what's out there. They don't understand how many games there are. They don't understand game genres. They know nothing about it. All they know is that you handed this to them. That's it. Like,
and they like it, and
they don't
keep
use the
playing
internet in that kind of way to go find more games either. Yeah, so I was gonna get my mom a Steam account. She has a laptop. She has a good laptop too that like works pretty well, could run games. I was gonna get her Steam, throw an account on there, have myself just gift her games whenever, and I was gonna get her playing Balatro. I was like, you're gonna like this.
You know what?
Deck
My mom
builders,
loves
she would
gambling.
like.
I could wait. Well, that actually doesn't sound good. My whole family is unfortunately very easy to get addicted to things, so I try to
Yay.
not. My whole family addicted to smoking, and my mom used to be an alcoholic sometimes, so it's weird. She's a little bit of a wine woman, so we gotta keep them clean. But I think I should try that. I should gift my mom and dad maybe a laptop or something and try to get them into video games. You know what? I'm gonna have my mom over soon to record that video. Maybe I'll try to show her video games and see what she's into.
Yes, you should. There, I think like a lot of little indie games are probably easy to throw at someone like that because they're lightweight, right? There's not much to them.
I'll probably find something that's just point and click. That way she doesn't have to use the keyboard.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I wanted to give my mom visual novels. I figured she would like them. Actually, that was one of the things I had her start playing. Ace Attorney. I got her the trilogy for the Switch, like of the first 3 games.
Fucking funny.
Yeah, I was like, you would like this because she likes puzzles. A lot of the old games that she played were puzzle games. She likes puzzles. She likes movies and TV and stuff. She likes stories. She likes reading a lot. So I was like, you know what? I bet she would like Ace Attorney. So I put her on it, and she got to like the end of the first game, and she was like, wow, what a nail biter.
Somebody in chat said make her play Disco Elysium.
Oh, dude, no, she would love it. She would love it. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
If she had more mechanical skill, I think Outer Wilds would be her most favorite game in the world. But I don't think she mechanically could do it because, first of all, like, can she use a controller? Yes, but she has to keep looking down and being like, is this A? Right? She's like, am I pressing A right now? She'd have to get used to that. If she could do that, she'd be chilling. But playing like physics in a game, it's a lot. The mechanical part is tough.
Unfortunately, my mom, like, she has a hard time reading things because she has glasses that she uses for reading. And she just doesn't like reading things. Neither does my dad, because my dad, English isn't his first language. So it's just like, I have to find something that's visually interesting. They don't need to read too much, and it's very simple to play to get them into these things. There's a higher skill level. Like my parents have a skill issue, and I need to find a way to overcome that for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Tough. I think at least mobile gaming is really good because you don't worry about a lot of the stuff that's going on, right? With how to play it, because they're just tapping a screen. So that helps. That's good. We need more things like that.
Yeah, more little games that are simple that anyone could enjoy. Puzzle games, somebody said in the chat, is a good idea. I don't think my mother would like Return of the Obra Dinn, though, and that's the only puzzle game that I always ever recommend to people.
Well, that's not, it's puzzle, but not that puzzle. It's more environmental storytelling.
You know what?
They're puzzle elements. Talos Principle.
That also could be good. I was thinking maybe my dad might like Home Safety Hotline.
Ooh.
My mom wouldn't like it because she doesn't like fantasy, but I think my dad would like it because he loves fantasy. Which is why he liked your design and Athel's a lot. Even though he said weird shit, he still liked your guys' designs a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I like stuff like that too. Honestly, when I was first kind of deciding like what my outfit was going to look like, all these things, I was like, you know what? I had so many different ideas, and I said, fuck it. I just like fantasy stuff. I like Lord of the Rings. I like the Warhammer, like I'm not going to go and be like, I'm going to put on tech wear or something because I just like fantasy. That's it.
And now we somehow look like we're in this. You know what? I've been thinking about it now because you told me this first a while ago, where we look like we're in the same universe. I think it's also the shading style. I think the hair colors are like matching in a way, like in opposites. And then the shading
mine's like
style
a bluish
kind of
version
fits.
of the same color. Yours is a pinkish version of the same color.
This is insane. Now all I need is my 2.0, so I can go back to my original colors that are completely different from this. And then I'll finally get rid of the fucking chest. I I'm sick of having a chest. I'm supposed to be androgynous.
But that's part of the appeal.
To who, Geega?
Me.
Mods ban Geega. Revealed to be gooning. Ban her. Kill her.
That's what I'm here for, baby. That's what it's all about, brother.
I've been practicing my goon voice again.
Oh,
Not
really?
the gooner voice, the goon voice.
Okay, what does it sound like?
It's still the same as always. Well, hold on. Hey, boys. If you need me, I got the fucking boys outside. We can put them on.
I hate it. Stop. No.
We
I
got a
hate
couple of mooks here that need to be taken care of.
I ain't your friend, pal.
Hey,
boys.
Hey, I know what I'm gonna do fucking Sergeant Johnson. I know what the ladies like. It's just a giant tank.
God, I hate that.
75% of the way to a 40k orc. Is that what they sound like?
And the different accent, but kinda, yeah. Everything else about it.
Well, that voice is actually 40% of the way to like literally every villain voice. Like, somebody said it sounded like Plankton the other day when I started fucking doing the voice in the middle of Cobblemon.
No.
Eugene Krabs. It's just it's a little bit.
Okay. You know what?
There's like a 30%. Like you do one voice and then you start to branch off from there. It feels like. Voicing stuff is so stupid but so fun. I really wish I had a stronger diaphragm so when I could like do more visual novels, but God, they fucking kill. Ace Attorney is such a slog to get through when you're streaming it.
Yeah, I am only gonna stream it if I could do it with someone. So I was talking to Haruka about like she and I doing that because we play a lot of detective games together. And honestly, we started it because both of us said to each other, "Hey, we both love these kinds of games. Neither of us wants to stream it solo because it's so hard on the voice. Why don't we just do it together? Because the only way is to split the work. Otherwise, your voice dies."
Every time I was streaming Ace Attorney by myself, I would see Haruka in the chat. She would either DM me and be like, "Could I join?" Or I would ask her, and then she'd be like, "I'm dying today." I can tell she really fucking likes that game. It's good too. Like, I want to play more games like that. Maybe a little bit more detective focused because I know Case of the Golden Idol is a good one that I want to try out, even though I don't like the art style as much as Overdin. I think that will be good.
Fair enough.
And then they have the sequel that came out recently too, which I'm excited to play.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Did you play Frog Detective?
No. Is that one of the ones that you recommended me?
Oh, you have to play Frog Detective, the trilogy 1, 2, and 3. You actually
I have a list of things to play.
You have but they're single game streams. That's single. You know what I mean? It's so quick. They're so good.
Wait, why is Frog Detective 1 called Frog Detective 1? When they made it, were they already assuming that there would be a 2?
It was intended to be a trilogy, yeah.
I've never seen a game called 1 before. I've never seen games have the number 1 in their actual name because most of them never intend to be more than 1.
They knew.
That's so rare.
I was so sad because I knew it was going to be a trilogy, and then they said, yeah, we're making a trilogy. They made the trilogy, and I said, okay. Can I get more though? And they're not doing it.
This looks like Grun. This is the same art style as Grun. Kinda.
It's better.
Have you played Grun?
Yeah.
Gardening gnome game?
It's a banger.
Haven't finished it yet because my chat started complaining when I played it too much. But it's really fun. I thought it was fun. There's something about gardening and horror that was really fun to do. I want to do more of that. It's a conspiracy, Gumshoe. Well, okay, I'll play Frog Detective, but on the list of things that I have to do still, is I gotta finish Halo because I'm teaching Michi about it so she can learn what a based video game is. Gotta go through Borderlands, which is my personal vendetta because I like that game. Then I wanted to try Pokemon Coliseum or Mystery Dungeon on stream because I've never done that before. Then
that would be really good.
Outer Wilds, because I've had a bunch of people up my ass about that. Then Case of the Golden Idol, because I've also just been wanting to try that out. Then I think I wanted to do Fable. I don't see anyone ever talk about Fable. I want to do Fable. I thought that would be a
Fable
fun stream.
is getting a remake, so maybe playing it before the remake would be good. But also, I will say I've replayed Fable within the past 5 years or so. I don't think it holds up very well.
Really? I remember liking Fable 3 a lot as a kid, so I thought it'd be fun to start streaming.
I loved the OG game when it came out, but then when I replayed, I was like, ooh.
It's just really ugly. The first two are just really ugly. Good.
Yeah, they were. But I mean, products of the time, right?
It's the same type of thing where if I played Skyrim, it'd probably be good. It gets boring fast. At least I feel like that. People would love to watch one Skyrim stream, and then everyone would be like, all right, I'm done with this. We got our daily dose of Skyrim. I don't need to see any more of this for another year. That's what I want to do. I really want to do a modded Skyrim playthrough, but I don't think it'll last long. It's one of those games that you play for a bit and then you're like, all right, let's go do something else now. It's like the once a year Minecraft fixation that everyone gets, right?
It comes in waves.
We played Block Wars recently too from Minecraft. That was fun. First time for that.
I am glad you joined. I find it funny. So I joined Block Wars a long while ago because the creator of it, or not the creator, one of the organizers of it was like, hey, looking for people, would you be interested? And I said, absolutely yes. Well, the thing is, that guy is the resident VTuber fan out of all of the staff, right? So he asked me,
right?
And I said, yes.
Wolfie? I think
Anthos,
it's Anthos, yeah.
Yeah, it's Anthos. So I joined and I had a great time, and there weren't really a lot of VTubers at all in it at the time. And then after that, I think once I was in there, other people like that were VTubers saw it and went, oh, I guess this event is cool to do because like this person did it and they didn't die, you know? So like, so then they started joining in and I was like, man, now it's like 50% VTuber.
You know what's even worse? I recognize every single non-VTuber name in there.
I know all of them.
I knew all of the Minecraft YouTubers that were in it, and I feel so. I don't want to say I felt embarrassed, but I know Can Man because I scroll and watch a lot of Minecraft videos. I'm the sicko that goes around in the middle of the night watching. I got 100 players to play this one island on Minecraft.
What's
Who
the
will
most
survive?
rare block in Block Wars?
It's fucking that. That's literally his videos. That's Can Man's videos.
I know. Well, I genuinely didn't know any Minecraft YouTubers, and then I went and looked up like everyone from there and started watching videos and stuff. And now I know a lot of the Minecraft people, but that was my first exposure to them. Was I was put on a team with a few people, and one of my more recent ones, I was put on a team with both Cameron and Purpled, both of them, and people were like, that's the craziest duo ever. Oh my god, you guys are gonna win. Oh my god, that's so insane. You don't know who they are? I was like, no. And I went and looked them up, and I was like, oh my god, we did really well. We did really well.
That's not a win. I don't hear you saying that you won.
I think we did. I can't remember.
Our team in Block Wars was dominating, and we heard that too.
Yeah, my team did really well this last Block Wars. Actually, we had a few games. The one that's like Quake, I went insane. I was like one of the top kill streaks. I went nutty.
The crossbow. I fucking hated Photon because I hate crossbows. I wanted a bow.
I love Photon so much. No. I love Photon. It was so fun for me.
I locked in on the darker game with Grimmy.
Yeah.
We went fucking crazy. We had so many points in that. That's what gave us a lead for the first 5 games.
They couldn't get me back.
Oh.
Yeah. There was a team that entirely died during it.
The first 5 games, everyone just kept saying, oh, dude, Joel's got Feinberg. They're going to win. They're going to fucking go crazy. And then we dominated for 4 games, then immediately fell off. I decided to be the villain when I was in the lead, and I think the karma hit me.
Yeah.
When I started going around and I told Bricky to fucking shut the fuck up because peasants aren't allowed to talk to me, I think that's when the karma locked in, and I started to do worse. It's really funny though.
I was saying to them the party is the name of that game, right? That has all the mini games. I was like, I kind of wish we just had more rounds on some of these. Like some of the games in party, just make them their own thing.
Yeah, I mean, all of it was really fun. Dude, honestly, I wish I would just do that fucking Dark and Darker mini game the entire time, but in Minecraft. Because I don't like Dark and Darker, but I liked the Minecraft version of it a lot.
Yeah, it was fun as hell.
And then, what were the other ones? I like the parkour one. So I failed at the dropper minigame, and then because I didn't understand how it went.
That one, I have been killed so many times in that from like seeing someone jump in front of me and being like, oh, and like waiting for them, but then jumping off anyway and like fucking up the jump.
I assumed, because I think Feinberg and people in chat were like, oh, you just go as fast as possible. If you, as soon as you touch something, you get a checkpoint. You do not. You should go slow and steady and just make sure you don't die so you can get down there as fast as possible, because everyone else is going to be dying a lot. Did not know that at all. Really sad about that. But that's fun.
I would say that I kind of just want to do collabs where we open those kinds of maps, right? We just get into Minecraft and go play a bunch of mini games together instead of always starting servers, because I feel like that I burn out on that. Right? Bounce was so fun, but I burnt out on it. So then when we started like the VShojo server, I wanted to play so badly, but as soon as I started trying, I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, I gave up on the VShojo server. I built a tiny little hut and then I never got on, and then I got harassed and called Kaka by Mousy every time that she saw me because I didn't get online.
When we get the spark back, I mean, like I always planned on going back whenever it hit me. I just wasn't gonna force it because that's the perfect way for me to just stop early again.
I just don't like the mod pack. I think there's nothing interesting in it for me. Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
It was similar to the Bounce mod pack, but it was more focused on cosmetics for building than anything else.
I didn't like. That's what I mean. I didn't like any of the cosmetics. Like nothing sparked interest in me for a nice house. That's just why I never got to play it. I really like limited time servers. Like the Cobblemon server that's going on right now it's over. Like today is the last day for the event, and then it's up for one more week, and then it's gone. I like that. Yeah. I think that sparks people to like play it more. And dude, you know what I want people to bring back? I never see this even from Minecraft YouTubers. I want adventure maps. Those used to be so popular when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And nobody does them anymore.
Seen that recently at all. I actually thought about it and I was like, that would be so fun to just do for YouTube.
Yes,
just for
it's
YouTube,
a role play map, and you just go through it. You do a little role play with your friends, and you just experience it. And I feel like that'd be cool. I don't know why Minecraft YouTubers, I feel like, are more interested in like battle royale, parkour, and what's the other way? Showing the updates from Mojang. And I don't see anyone doing those old school like adventure maps anymore.
Not at all.
My childhood is crying. Childhood me is crying from the inside.
They were so well made too. Did people just
stop making them?
Want to make them anymore? Yeah, maybe they just kind of got out their creativity and now they're on like they just want to play MCC.
I would love to do a Minecraft adventure map, dude. I've always wanted to, because ever since I was a kid I wanted to, but I didn't. I was too stupid to understand how to download maps. That'd be so cool, dude. Yeah, now that you just see like those big giant monument things in Minecraft that are empty on the inside. Like I can't believe we're getting into Minecraft talk. I think it's because of Block Wars, but I really like watching those those giant builds that people do on YouTube. But every time it's always empty on the inside. It's like the most boring interiors ever.
Yeah, that's the problem. So there are some people that do focus on the interior a little bit, but it's almost always exterior, because then they could zoom out and they can get the cool shot of it, so their thumbnail looks great. And I don't know, people are so focused on that. But if you're gonna play the game, you're gonna build that thing in your world and hang out in it, the inside needs to look good. It has to, otherwise it sucks. So I don't know why they don't do that.
Man, yeah. I want to do that though. I think an adventure map would be really fun. Man, I just, you know what? I've been filled with a lot of urges to just do random fucking streams lately. Like the fucking sock puppet. I still have sock puppet Geega up here too. She's actually held up a lot better than I thought. My sock puppet like is balding. Yours looks perfectly fine. I don't know what happened. I think I actually glued yours properly. Sock puppet Geega just kind of stares at me from the back of the head occasionally.
I love the sock puppets. They're so good.
It's so stupid. I've just been wanting to do a lot of weirder stuff. Like I've been really going in on improv. I'm making an improv game show. I actually got assets for it, so that's really exciting. And I want to do weird, stupid shit. I'm like trying to think of creative things. I've been doing different art stuff. Like I did a crafting stream where I just used popsicle sticks. I don't know if you felt urge to do random stuff lately, like with stream. I don't know if everyone else has, or if it's just me.
I think I've had the same urge because I think the game drought is real. So I felt like this year, and not game drought overall, but game drought for streams, right? Not a lot of good stuff has come out that I feel like streaming. We're putting a lot of time into streaming. So I played a lot of GTA, honestly, because I was like, well, when something comes out that I really want to play on stream, you know, then I'll play it.
Then nothing came out.
And then nothing came out, and I was like, honestly, I'm more interested in just like doing stupid storylines in this server because it's stupid dumb shit. It didn't matter what game it was or what I was doing. It just was stupid dumb shit, and it was fun. And I was like, well, when a game comes out that I want to play that trumps this, then I'll do that.
Have you gone through all of your old favorite games already? Have you like played all of your favorites that you did as a child on stream?
A lot of them. I think a lot of my early streams were that me replaying things or playing stuff that I wanted to play
that
back then.
Where we blew our load a little too early, and now we don't have any other fucking favorite games. Like I don't have Dark Souls anymore.
There is some stuff that I want to go back and replay. The problem is they're all things that I don't think are like good for stream. So one that I've talked about that I might do on my alt channel is I really want to play Vangers, which is a very old, very obscure game that I remember playing a fuck ton of that is just not well known. And one YouTuber made a video on it, and I'm convinced still that that's the only reason anyone in my chat knew what that game was because they watched this dude's video on it, which I didn't even know someone made a video. I was like, how do you guys know this game? And they were like, oh, what's his name? Mandalore Gaming made a video.
Wait, what am I looking at, Geega?
No, this game is so cool. Okay, let me rant. So, this Russian made from a very long time ago, ran on Windows 95. Okay, old game. The thing is, the whole art style, the whole visual, everything, it's made of voxels. Like Minecraft, right? Where it's all tiny cubes. Which was back then insane tech. Not the first game to ever do it, but insane tech. And I was blown away. And it was
physics games, like the
sand bit,
physics.
Yeah, it's exactly. So like when you're in a little car, when you drive over an area, it leaves tire tracks. You can blow up parts of the map, and they will stay blown up. There were two modes. One was where your save would wipe the stuff that you did to the world each time, where like it wouldn't keep if you blew up a bridge or something. And then another version, it would keep all the changes. So you could actually like soft lock yourself by like getting rid of an important part of the map or something. It was cool though. It's a weird like space alien kind of game, and you are a humanoid thing in a vehicle driving around.
Chat, this is literally Geega's version of me saying, guys, I don't give a fuck. I'm playing Motherload today randomly on stream when I decided to do Flash games. I did a whole stream with just Flash games. That's you with Vangers.
Yeah, I mean, my like, there are two games that I remember playing a fuck ton of back in the day. Well, really three. It's Vangers, Quake, and Ultima Online. Any of those three, okay? My brain just shuts off and I just play it purely on like muscle memory. That's me. When I'm like, shut up everyone, I'm playing this today. It's that. Problem is, I'm not playing Quake or Ultima Online on stream like this.
When did you play Vangers for this to become a game that you like? Because I feel like this was released in 1998, dude.
Yeah.
Like, when did you just decide to play this? How did you even come across this when you were growing up?
I played this in 98.
What?
Well, I'm very old. I played this in 98. And the thing is, 98 or 99, 2000, around there. I don't know. Close to when it came out. It was something that was for sale in a store that sold some games and nerd shit. And it was just on the shelf. And I just remember seeing it. And I was with some of my brothers. I don't remember how. I think one of my brothers, maybe two of my brothers. We were just looking for something to do. And we were like, okay, let's pool our money. Because we didn't get allowance. We all got a tiny bit of money for our birthdays. And that was it. And it was like not much. So we would pool together to buy games sometimes. We were trying to pick something. And we looked at it and we were like, oh, it's got aliens and you drive around. Okay. We bought it. And I like would tell my friends about it, and I'd be like, guys, there's this game called Vangers. I remember, and they would have no idea. And I didn't realize that we bought like the only copy, right? Like there weren't a lot of copies of this game going around. So I thought this was something that people might know about, but they just didn't. But also, none of my friends played computer games anyway. That was like a
it was kind of a pain in the ass to do those back in the day too, because you had to buy the physical version of it and then install the CD.
Played games on CD-ROM. You had to
Ugh.
install the game and have the CD-ROM in the drive while you're playing a lot of time at the same time.
I remember getting a
That was
fucking
interesting.
CD-ROM of Civilization fucking 6. And that's not an old game at all. Civ 6 is not old. I don't know why I got it on a CD-ROM. I got it from my fucking
All the Civ
school.
games come on CD still. Yeah.
They gave it to me as a reward. I won a at my I think my middle school, I won a Halloween contest. And they just they gave it to me from a raffle-ish thing because like in the contest I got like raffle tickets, and I just got Civ 6 and was like, oh fuck yeah, video game. What is this? It's a CD-ROM. My computer, most computers don't have disk drives anymore. What do I do with this? I
still have a disk drive. You can get an external one. I was looking at some really old games that I still have because I've never thrown out the old ones, so I still have my copy. I was telling Chad about it. I used to play this game called Atomic Bomberman.
I'm assuming no relation to Bomberman.
It's a Bomberman game. Yes, it's same IP, and it's one of the OG ones that it was also played on like Windows 95. I think 95, maybe. Yeah, I think it was 95.
They had Nintendo I remember games on Windows.
Well, Bomberman was a separate thing, so Atomic Bomberman was a banger game.
Oh,
I'm gonna send you a picture of it so you can understand how fucking old this game was. Okay.
Atomic, but you've already shown me Avengers, so let's see. Let's see how old this is.
Send you a picture.
Dude, how does this look newer than Avengers? I don't know how to say it. This looks like it's a newer game than Avengers is.
Models that they had were like really
state of the art, clearly.
Yeah, they were.
Chat, take a look. This is state of the art right here. Look at that.
I loved it because, in typical like super old game fashion, you'd open it up and some guy, his voice, the announcer, would go, "Atomic Bomberman," and I loved that.
You had the thing that I had with Fusion Frenzy, where you get one noise stuck in your head and then you hear it for the rest of your life. Fusion
Atomic
Frenzy.
Bomberman.
That's so good, dude. Oh my god, I still have that.
Yeah.
I remember going to school because sound design is crazy. How much it can affect people. Foley artists are crazy in general, but going to school, as a kid, I would just hear like the blaster noises from Star Wars Battlefront all the fucking time. I would go to bed and I hear, watch those wrist rockets and just all that shit in my head the entire time. Fuck, that's that.
I love it.
I love thinking about older things. I still complain about missing Blockbuster Video all the time. I just want to go to a Blockbuster, buy my Shonen Jump manga, get my Sonic Underground DVD or VHS tape or whatever, and then buying either a Willy Wonka chocolate bar or those weird popcorn buckets that they would have.
Did you ever play? Did you ever play Pikmin?
No, I still haven't played Pikmin. I will. It's just weird. It's just I don't understand it. Meet me.
When?
I'm working on it. It's gonna. I told you the list of games that I have. Okay.
When though?
What do you want? Do you prefer Pikmin or Outer Wilds? You have to choose one or the other.
Honestly, if it's for me to sit and stream and watch you play, I would say Pikmin. I'm not even gonna lie. I love Outer Wilds, but fuck the backseating, dude.
Oh, it's fine. We'll see how it goes. Once I actually play Outer Wilds, we'll see how bad backseating is. Maybe it is going to be bad. You just put
followers only on. If people can't behave, put followers only on and make it like
I prefer that over emote only.
Timeline.
Followers only, I'd prefer over emote only. I feel like that way I don't like cuck my chat from talking.
Yeah, because then the people that will be there are people who have been watching for a bit. They've been talked to. Most of them will know how to behave, and then the mods just go crazy. For mine, I just number one, my mods went crazy on it. Number two, I just didn't look at the chat sometimes. I said, hey, don't put it in emote only. I'll just close it, and then I just streamed without looking at the chat for a lot of it. And I would open it occasionally, but that sucks. Like I don't want to do that, but
I think I can handle it.
The problem, it's not can you handle it. The problem is even explaining a game mechanic. So all of the game mechanics and how you do things are intertwined with the story as well. There's a story reason why everything works the way it does. So if someone says, oh, you can do this by doing this, and they explain like mechanically how you do a thing, now you know mechanically how it works, and it clues you into something story-wise because the writing is intertwined with how everything works. So literally everything is a spoiler. So that's the thing, is it's not just people being like, do this way, and you're like, shut up. It's people being like, do this way, and you go, if it works like that, then that means, and then your brain blast happens, you know, and there's a whole montage, and now you understand the whole game.
Is Outer Wilds similar to older games where, like, because you couldn't look up any guides or anything, everything that you found out on your own was like an insane breakthrough? Is that what the feeling of Outer Wilds is, and that's why people are addicted to it?
The feeling, yes. The feeling, yes. The thing is, okay, without spoiling, basically everything in the game can be done. Every mechanic can be done instantly if you know how to do it. So if someone just sat down and told you how to do everything, you could, boom, do everything. So you completely rob yourself of the point of the game, which is learning how to do the things, because there are story and mechanical reasons to learn each mechanic. So if you learn a mechanic when you shouldn't, you feel like you have robbed yourself of story.
See, that sounds
and the
fun.
satisfaction of learning it. It's really fun. It's really good. It's so well written. That's why people like it so much.
I've been
but
chasing
it's really
after
easy
that high.
to spoil.
I've been chasing that high for so long.
You will like this game because of that. Yeah.
I love the feeling of just like feeling accomplishment over something that I didn't need to look up a walkthrough for.
That's the game is like a series of epiphanies, basically, just discovery, and that's like the whole point of the game, right? Is getting that feeling, which is great because a lot of games don't give you that feeling.
I feel like even if I play like a brand new game day one and I see something, I don't feel discovery because I know there's a speedrunner out there that already broke everything and knows everything. Like I see a glitch, oh, somebody already found this. I don't feel special anymore. I want that limited time feeling of being the discoverer of something. It's like why back when I used to be obsessed with fucking isekai when I was an edgy teenager, then they'd have like that fucking what was it? I'm gonna call it a Kirito moment because it's cringe. They had to have that Kirito moment where they're like, guys, I just found out how to beat the raid boss by myself. I'm so cool. I like chasing after feelings like that. I got that when I was playing Zelda for the first time, Breath of the Wild, and I found a Lionel because I didn't know what the fuck Lionels were because I never played I never played Zelda before. And seeing that and not being able to look it up because I didn't know the name of it. So looking up big monster at this area in Zelda and nothing coming up, that made me so happy.
Yeah. That's one of those things, right? Is there are certain games that do give that feeling. Zelda games are good like that. Even if I have played a lot of Zelda games before, they're really good at making each game not too related to the last one, that you can still get that feeling. But yeah, Outer Wilds will give you that. Like if that's what you're looking for, just move it up in your list of games and play it.
Maybe I'll do it either for December or January. Good start of the year game. I'm still figuring out what I want to do because my birthday's this month, so I got to figure out something to do at the end of the month in terms of streams. And then we're almost done with Borderlands. We're almost done with Borderlands 2, and I'm gonna take a little hiatus before we go into Borderlands pre-sequel. So I got to figure out games to put in between there. I want to do some Sonic games because I just beat Sonic Unleashed. But
Unleashed is so good. That's one of the only games I've ever speedrun. Like legitimately, I used to speedrun the daytime levels.
I love and hate Sonic Unleashed so fucking much. There's so much in that game that bothers the fuck out of me.
The nighttime levels. I hate all the night stages.
I did not hate the night stages. I actually just hated how fucking shitty the controls were in the entire game. That was the only thing. I felt like the game was so close to being good, and everything that bothered me was the fucking controls and some of the decision making in the game. Why does my score reset to 0 if I fall? I'm not dead. I didn't lose a life. My score reset because I got hit.
But you fucking sucked. So.
And that's why for the first couple of streams I did it, I kept getting F's and E's on my score ranking, and I didn't realize it was, if you fall off, your score just resets like 100%. And it's like, why? Why is my score directly tied to killing things in the daytime levels when I'm supposed to be running fast? So annoyed. I'm so mad about it. Still thinking about the final boss makes me mad too. Fuck you, Sonic Unleashed. Why were you so... I feel like I got blue balled the entire game of it being so close to being good. But yeah, I want to play Sonic Adventure
yeah.
too, so that's another game that's gonna fucking make me annoyed too.
I was gonna say Sonic Adventure, yeah, one of my favorites. You need to
Mod it.
do.
I need to mod it so
no.
it actually runs well.
Nah, I just fuck it. Just play it. What you need to do is you need to spend all your time in the Chow Garden.
I'm not gonna spend all my time in the Chow Garden. I'm gonna play the game first.
That's what you fucking think.
I'm gonna play the game first. I'm not gonna lose all my time in Chow Gardens. I like the storyline with Chaos because I remember that this is the game that I would rent from Blockbuster Video every time I went to Blockbuster. I would rent Sonic Adventure the entire time.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I want to do. I remember I rented the same thing every time I went to Blockbuster. Bo.
It's only 7. Bo.
I'm gonna fucking bury you with the rest. I swear to God.
7 of them. It's 7.
One day, nobody will find the body. Bo. Sonic Underground, Sonic X.
Okay.
And then I would rent Sonic DX, Sonic Adventure DX, or Sonic Adventure 2. And I would always play, I would always rent those exact same things every time I went there. I would always also buy a Shonen Jump manga, and then I would buy some kind of candy. And that's every time I went to Blockbuster Video. And I missed that.
What did I do at Blockbuster? I remember renting games because I couldn't afford to buy a lot of them. But I don't remember specifics because I feel like I rented like everything.
Really?
I would try out like everything. Yeah, and no, I remember having some sort of subscription to it, and then my parents being like, "You're going to rent as many things as you're going to rent, and you're going to play as many things as you're going to play, and if you don't get your value out of it, we cancel the subscription," which makes sense. Like if you're not using it, we're not doing it. And I remember being like, okay, bet. And then me and my brothers just played every single game we could.
That sounds
everything.
fucking amazing. What?
It was the only way because we would never be able to like buy that stuff. So we just rented everything. It was good.
I love that your parents were like, get value out of this by doing more things that most parents would discourage you from even trying to do in the first place.
Well, I mean, they would still vet the games. So if they felt like there was nothing good about it, then no. But still, I mean, a lot of games they saw the value in it because we were reading. It was a story. I mean, you could just sit there and watch a movie, but you could also play a game and be actually interacting with it and figuring stuff out. So if I was playing like a JRPG, that's really good because I am reading a lot. I am thinking about builds. You know what I mean? That's still good. So
I guess I had to fucking fight for like money. I would go around the couch cushions. I would fucking sell all my finished video games back to GameStop, which, by the way, I have at least 3 shelves full of like DS and Game Boy PSP games that I would sell and resell to GameStop. Wish I never did it. I kept the cases. Yes, that's how I would afford new games. Well, my mom wouldn't give me money. My dad wouldn't give me money. My fucking sibling wouldn't give me money. So I would just sell the games that I beat, but I would keep the cases as memories because I felt bad having to sell the games to get new games. So I just have like a bunch of empty cases in my house.
For me, I never received money except birthday and Christmas. Birthday and Christmas, it was either receive money or receive a gift of an equal or lesser value to whatever kind of the cap was. So there was always like a dollar amount in their heads, and it would be like, you can get a thing that you want, or we just give you this many dollars, and there you go. So I would just take the money every time, and then I would go buy games.
There's something more pure about being forced to only buy one game every couple of months from a parent, because then you would cherish the fuck out of the game. Well, now as an adult, I buy like 60 games a month for potlucks, and then I only play like 3 of them, and I don't even finish those to completion.
Yeah,
so I just sit there with
wasteful.
Yeah, I feel like I just sit there with a fuck ton of games in my inventory on Steam, and I'm just not touching any of them. That's so strange to think about.
Yeah. I try to remind my own chat, like, hey, I want you to buy games and I want you to play games so you can have a good time. But I don't want you to buy 1,000 games that you're not gonna play. So
don't be a Twitch
watch
streamer.
me test shit. Yeah, watch like I'll buy them and I'll play them, and then you can decide. Like you don't have to buy things day one or pre-order everything, right? You just wait. You're not missing out by not playing it day one. So that's like the value of streamers in my mind, right? Is we spend the money on this stuff, and then everyone else can watch and decide, and they don't have to spend $5 billion on a library. Yeah, exactly.
But it also kind of sucks because I do want to take the time to play all of these games. Like there are so many of these lovely games that I get, and I just want to take the time to force myself to get through every single one. I think one day it'd be really fun to do a type of like if I ever get to the point in my career where nobody gives a shit about how polished the stream is. I don't need to make a thumbnail. I don't need to do any of that shit. I just press the fucking button.
Oh man,
like
when you're
some
just
bigger
coasting.
Streamers. Well, some like really large streamers, they'll literally just like they're at the point where they don't need to do any of that. They just press the go live button and they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Take a shit on stream and everyone be like, all right,
everyone
yeah,
else
let's
will do all
go.
the work for them. They'll clip them. They'll make VOD channels for them because they like them. If I ever get to that point,
That's crazy.
I think I'm not going to buy any more games. All I'm going to do is just go through my entire backlog on Steam and see if I can get through in 100% every game that I have.
That would be really, really good. That'd be really good.
Plan.
That's what I was thinking. Honestly, I know a couple streamers that do that with their alt channels. They set up an alt, and what they do is when they play game on main, and you know the way chat is. No offense to you, chat. This is just I'm the same way when I'm a chatter, when I'm a viewer. But chat likes to watch some of a game, and then when you get to the third, fourth stream of it, some games they'll get really into. But yeah, they fall off of almost everything. But that doesn't mean that you don't want to play the game. But because you're a streamer and you have to care about your stream, you have to go play something else.
That's
so
what happened
what
with
some
Sonic
streamers
Unleashed
do
sometimes. And with Tears of the Kingdom for me, I couldn't finish Tears of the Kingdom because people would like fall off.
Yeah, I moved
really
it to my
hard.
YouTube. I moved it to my YouTube straight up. I think what a lot of folks have been doing with their alt streams is that's where they do that. That's where they finish games, right? Like they play the stuff that is most wanting to be watched on main, but then the stuff that like some people would like to watch you finish it, but maybe not everyone. Boom, alt channel. So they stream, they do their thing, and then either before or after each day they play a little something casual.
See, that's what's hard for
Kinda
me
nice.
because if I had an alt channel, I don't use it anymore. But if I make an alt channel that has the VODs like that are actually there that can go up on my VOD channel, that way people can watch me finish the games that I haven't finished before on main, I think I would get too tired. I would get burned out because I'd be playing that game on my off days, and then on my stream days so every day I would be streaming basically, and my voice would just break out because I know if I do an alt channel, I'm going to do like 10 hours, 11 hours of a stream playing just fucking Tears of the Kingdom.
That's what I do.
I feel like that's a sign for burnout for me if I did that. Just because it'd be like, here's my day off. I'm going to be streaming on my alt channel doing 10 hours of Tears of the Kingdom. All right, and then tomorrow I have another stream with Geega where I do 3 hours of Geega and then 5 hours of fucking Minecraft, Pokemon, whatever. It's just gonna run me dry.
I do not every day, almost every day that I'm not streaming on main, I stream on alt. And if I am streaming on main, I'm often on the weekdays. So 3 times a week, I start on my alt channel first, a little earlier, play something for a couple hours, and then boom.
Do you ping people for your alt channel streams?
I have a separate ping in my Discord that they can opt into to get pinged for it.
Maybe I'll do that. And I just won't talk as much. I'll just let it be a chill playthrough, and then I don't think I'll make it a separate VOD channel. I think it'll keep. Well, I don't know. Do you have a VOD channel for it?
No, Matt. It goes on my main VOD channel, and not everything has to get put there. It's just whatever I feel like putting there.
I wonder how that would work if I put that on the main VOD channel, because I'm already 2 weeks behind on my main VOD channel. So it's getting really slow with the uploads.
I've been having I have a team of people that are catching mine up so they can be, it's like almost caught up, but they're scheduling things out so it can catch up to my current streams.
Every day, or do you upload? Because I do every 2 days, is what makes it slow.
Right now it's uploading every day, every single day,
Maybe
multiple
I should do
times
that just
a day.
to catch up, because I don't like having my VOD channel be slow.
You do it. You completely do it, and then just
then you can go back to 2 days. Every 2 days it uploads.
Once you get to that point, then you let it go. Like for me, I would like my VODs channel to get watched. I know when I'm doing this shit the way I'm doing it, where I'm uploading multiple times a day, yeah, a lot of this shit is not gonna get watched. Like, because I'm just, it's a
this
deluge.
month I had a lot of bangers. I had the fucking sock puppet. I did a lot of hand cam stuff. I played mouthwashing. There's too many bangers this month for me to upload it every day. It sucks.
Yeah.
It needs the space, and then maybe I'll be able to catch up.
Yeah, like if I look at mine right now, we have some old VODs and some newer ones all getting like posted. It's just kind of jumbled. And I was saying to my people, hey, just post them as you go, because I just need them to get caught up.
Yeah, I just have this thing because a lot of my VODs sometimes randomly blow up depending on what it is, which is insane to me. I don't know why, what my VOD manager is doing, but the fact that like a VOD can blow up is so weird to me, because it's like, wow, I actually get viewers from the VOD channel now. I wonder if this is how Ray feels. That motherfucker is only a VOD channel. I don't know if you see his videos sometimes. He's just a VOD channel. He doesn't have a main edited channel. It's just VODs. And those are his videos. And it's great.
Which, I mean, it's basically a Let's Play channel. That's what I want.
Don't say that. You can't say that to him. He's going to get traumatized. Ray Narvaez Jr., Brown Man. You can't say. Don't say that, Geega. He's gonna get trauma. You're triggering him.
That's what it is,
Stop it.
man.
We don't have the pass. He didn't give us the pass. That's why it's the same thing that I can't say the G word.
Well, I want my VODs channel to end up being like that, so that's what I'm going for eventually.
I am too.
Yeah. It's nice because, you know, I don't think like, chat, when was the last time you watched a Let's Play? You opened up a Let's Play on YouTube.
What do we consider a Let's Play? Because I watch a lot of I'll watch videos that streamers make, highlight videos of their gameplay. Like I watch a lot of RT Game, and that guy is kind of like a Let's Play channel, but obviously they just don't say Let's Play. Define Let's Play. Yeah, like let's define the word Let's Play. Do we consider streamer highlights Let's Plays?
So not from a streamer, not from someone who streams, someone who just
YouTuber
plays games, and they're a YouTuber. Yes.
Like Markiplier, right?
Yeah.
Does Maxor count? Does he play games? I only met him once. I only watched Let's Plays before watching live Twitch streamers. Yeah, now you only watch Twitch streamers, huh?
Yep. It's kind of all shifted.
Yeah, I don't. Some people still watch Game Grumps. I guess that's
true. But the thing is, I think the Let's Players, like the ones that are purely on YouTube that people still watch, are just the ones that they always watched. I feel like if you're like a new kid on the block and you're like, I'm gonna be a Let's Player. Yeah, I don't think that works. I think the only ones that are left are the ones that were there, or they've become streamers.
Are there new people that just do pre-recorded Let's Play content? Well, you know what? Most of them have a gimmick now. Most of them have a gimmick now. There's one guy that's like, I'm making my girlfriend play video games that she's never played before. I think it's like Boy Meets Girl. There's another one that's like him with his wife. There's one where it's a guy who just like, there's speedrunners too, where they're trying to break games. They all have a gimmick now with Let's Play channels, because they know that they are.
It's like challenge runs and stuff too.
Yeah, challenge runners. That's the Let's Play channel nowadays. You see people doing
really
challenge runs.
I think it's because if you want to just watch someone play a game with nothing special about it, you just go to Twitch, right?
Yeah, a lot of the time you'll watch VODs now, which, by the way, I'm weird, right? I love making my own VODs. I fucking hate watching VODs. If I click on a YouTube video and it's a VOD, I'm like, I'm gonna think about work. I don't want to watch somebody else talk to their chat. I have my own chat. It just feels wrong. It feels weird. It's like, why am I watching this? Why am I watching this guy with a Twitch chat do this when I could just watch a highlight video? It has to be a highlight video. I will not watch somebody else's VODs.
I've been thinking about making my highlight channel more like supercuts, right? Instead of this super highly edited thing or whatever. Literally just having them take a playthrough I did of a game or some games and cutting it down to the best like hour of it. Boom, supercut.
Do you do chronological for when it's a story game, or do you just want to do it as in like it's just the highlights?
Yeah, chronological. So it's still like you get everything you really need out of the VODs.
It works
I think
really
that'd
well.
be nice.
I did that with my
Yeah.
Slay the Princess video, and I'm really proud of this. This is my first video where I'm solo in it, and it got 100K. I was like, fuck yeah. People like me. I don't have to just do
Ooh.
collabs. Hell yeah.
That's always a good feeling.
It's
good
really
feeling.
nice. It's a really proud feeling to have where you upload a video for the first time where it's just you, and it actually does really good. That's why I'm really excited to upload Mouthwashing. It's going to be an hour and 30 minutes. Basically a fucking movie for you guys. That'll be
Ooh.
coming out soon. Have you played that yet?
I like that. No,
Are you interested in playing it at all?
maybe. I
Because
mean,
it's got heavier topics in it. I don't know how interested you are in exploring that.
I feel two ways about heavier topics, and it depends on the writing. So, I don't know. I don't want to say if the writing is good, because sometimes people will be like, the writing is so good in this, and I hate it.
Well, I can understand if you're on the
topics are fine.
fence because Mouthwashing is kind of turning into, it's getting a little bit of an Undertale-esque community.
Yes. So here's the
Unfortunately.
problem. Number one, when it comes to heavy topics and stuff, I tend to like it. I like tragedies. I like really morbid stuff. That's all good. Number two, I find things that are heavier or morbid tend to be. Have you ever seen that subreddit? I'm 14 and this is deep.
I don't use Reddit, but I have heard of
Okay. That a lot of games like that, the writing comes off to me as like, hey, this wasn't that deep, but you're acting like this is the craziest shit in the world, right? And then the fandom that comes with it is really like that. Like Undertale, I'm sorry, the story wasn't that good, in my opinion. I didn't like the story. There were topics in it that were good, but it wasn't the coming of Christ, right? It wasn't like the next greatest
We
thing.
gave it to the Pope, so maybe it was.
Yeah, right. People were acting like it was the greatest, most incredible story ever, and when they were talking about the characters and everything, they were analyzing things to a depth that they were never written to be. Like it was insane. And people, like, all fandoms do this to an extent, but it was done to such an extent that I was like, you gotta fucking shut up. Like it was pissing me off.
I have a thing sometimes where if I don't discover it myself, sometimes I get like that. Like if somebody is really hyping something up, but I didn't discover it myself and it's somebody else saying about it, sometimes it feels less impactful to me. But for Mouthwashing, I've got it myself. I played it myself.
Okay.
I found it
Even then,
doing myself. That's why I like it a lot.
even with that, it really just depends on the specific writing. So I'll probably give it a chance, but
I think the
just,
longer
like,
you
I
wait, the
feel
more likely you are to hate it because people are it's gonna start getting overhyped really quickly.
But here's the thing, I've totally disconnected from like the internet and what people think about games and stuff. I don't see spoilers anymore. So I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I think for me, it's more so that sometimes I feel bad. I like feel guilty because I'll play a game in front of
And
my
not
chat.
like it.
Yeah, they're so excited for me. And they're like, oh my God, this story's
I
so
did
deep.
that
It's going to be
recently.
so cool. You're going to love it. And then I get to the end of the game and I'm like, this game, it wasn't that cool, guys.
That was me
I
with
feel
the
so
game
bad.
called.
I feel terrible.
It was
Yeah.
I think it was my chat made me play a horror game that was about like a drunken dad. What was it? It was called Bad Parenting.
Oh.
And I didn't
Yeah.
like it that much, and I felt so bad because people were so happy about it. I didn't want to shit on them. I also did another one that happened twice to me recently. I did Psychopomp, and I did not like Psychopomp at all. I don't know if you know that game.
Yeah.
I thought it was kinda
I
like
don't
it
like
had good aesthetic, but the game was too. I don't want to say up its own
Up
ass.
its own
because-
ass?
Yeah, I don't want to. I try not to say that because sometimes I feel like if I'm
Yeah.
into the game, I can get really into it. Because I've played games that are probably up their own ass, but I love them a lot.
Right.
So I try to avoid saying that, but it was definitely something, and I was not a big fan, even though I really like the art style.
Yeah, I felt that way about a lot of games. I don't know. I try to not like set my expectations too high if chat has high expectations because then I don't want to be like, yeah, guys, woo! And then at the end I go, and it's a letdown. I try to go into it very neutral, but I don't know. There's some games that just, man, they're up their own ass. And sometimes it's not their fault. They're not trying to be. It's just the writer isn't that good, so it came off that way.
I
Because
think
they're a game
Mouthwashing
dev
won't
and not a
give you
writer.
that feeling. I think think you might like it. I don't think it was pompous. And I know a lot of people that normally would fucking dog shit on games like that. Like fucking
Right.
Heavenly likes it. And Heavenly and Juniper are both people that would fucking dog shit on games that they don't like.
Tear it apart. Yeah.
I feel like it's good, but I feel like and this is just my personal thing, the longer people wait to play it, the more the community is going to get annoying about it, and the more they're going to be less happy when they play it themselves.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I do not respond well to people who are being annoying in chat.
Yeah.
And I think any of you who have watched me are very aware of this. If someone comes in and they're like, actually, Undertale's the greatest game ever, I'll be like, shut the fuck up, 14-year-old, boom, and then we pop them in the head and they're gone. You know, and like, I won't just be like, okay.
The more
like,
people are going to come into your chat and talk about mouthwashing, the more you're going to dislike it when you finally play it, I think.
Yeah. I might do it's really easy. You have annoying buttons, right? So if people are getting annoying, you just press a button and it's followers only for a week. So if someone is new, done. They can't speak. Right? And that way people who get the vibe are there, right? And they're talking and they're like, yeah, she's let me not piss her off.
That's why I only recommend games like occasionally to everyone. Well, with friends, it's fine. Friends can recommend games at any point in time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't hate Outer Wilds, even though everyone keeps recommending it to me. I'm excited to play it.
The good thing about it is people that recommend it to other people respect the let me not spoil it thing. So they tell you to play it, but they don't start word vomiting about stuff within the game, right? So you get to dodge like the here's why it's so good thing. Instead, it's a couple of vague sentences about it and you get to not get spoiled. So,
one of my favorite things recently has been playing older games and just like seeing chat's reaction to it, because a lot of people in my chat have not played the games that I played. Like a lot of people in chat don't know about Borderlands or Halo, and getting to go through it and fucking
when I see chatters like learn what the Halo lore is, they don't understand what Halo is. They're like, I think it's maybe a lot of people don't even know it's in space, right? They like
babies.
Don't even get
They're
that.
little babies that don't play video games.
Yeah, they
like,
don't know.
Look at you.
And then you play Halo 2 and Halo 3, and you have like the ultimate cinema, experience. Oh my god, I love when they learn about the flood and like you start hearing the voices.
Oh my god, Michi's gonna learn about the flood soon. She's gonna learn about the flood soon. We're on mission 4 of Halo 1. She's gonna learn more about it. And she's had great reactions so far. There's a clip of me telling her I was like, Michi, do you know you can rocket jump? And she just immediately kills herself, and she freaked out at the invisible elites in one of the missions. So I'm like, she's gonna have the greatest reaction to the flood, dude, because I know she gets fucking terrified of horror games. Like, she is not good with horror.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm just gonna, like, as soon as the flood appears, I think I'm not gonna talk to her. I think I'm just gonna mute myself and let her hear the music.
Oh, actually, speaking of horror and games that you might not have played, have you played Metroid Prime?
I haven't played Metroid Prime yet, but I own it. I've been wanting to play
any
Metroid game. I've been wanting to play any of them.
Metroid is one of my most favorite IPs.
Let's put our ponytails on.
If you're down to play something retro before you go through it, I would say, okay, Prime is good. The Prime trilogy, good. Play Metroid Fusion and then play Metroid Dread. Dread was the most recent Metroid game that was like a side scroller.
I don't own Prime. I own Dread. Sorry.
Dread is really good. However, you don't have to play Fusion before it, but Fusion is the precursor. It's the story. It's an old GBA one, and it was one of the best ones. It's one of my favorite Metroids. Such a good game.
Played a GBA Metroid game. I don't remember what it was. I turned into a ball, and I remember it was a first-person game on the GBA. Is that Fusion?
First person. Were you playing? We had Zero Mission. We had. I
played a first-person Metroid game where I could turn into a ball, and I had like the giant gun out, and I played that on my Game Boy.
It was
it was the 3D. It was a DS game. Was it Prime Hunters?
Oh!
Let me look it up. Hold on.
Oh my god, Prime Hunters. Oh. No, thank you.
Was this the game?
Erase that from your mind? Erase it from your mind if it was GBA.
Metroid Prime Hunters on the Nintendo DS. That was one of the first video games I ever played ever.
You don't need Prime Hunters in your life. You need Fusion. Okay.
Was it bad? I remember it being really difficult for me.
I did not like that game. It was one of the few Metroid games I did not like at all.
I played Metroid Hunters on the DS. That was the only Metroid game I ever played. I remember turning into a ball and getting really confused.
Okay, what you need to do, any of the games are good, but Metroid, Super Metroid, incredible. If you're gonna go back and play an old one, Super Metroid, then Metroid Fusion, incredible. And then Dread, because Dread is a continuation. But if you're gonna play only one, honestly, as much as I want you to play an old one, just play Dread. Dread was done in the style of the old ones, and it's so good. It was so good. And Metroid is really good at being a game that is very much a cool action game, but also horror. And I think people forget that it is cosmic horror because they're just like, oh, Samus is so cool. And usually horror games are not really about the main character, right? Or the main character has no character at all. It's just a first-person camera. So because it's so focused on this cool action character, people forget how scary the games can be. But dude, Dread was, I won't spoil, but the first time you encounter certain enemies, genuinely horrifying. So good.
Do you get scared at video? I don't think I've ever seen you play a horror game or get scared at a video game. I don't know if you have the same thing as me, where we've been desensitized, or did you before? Did you used to get scared?
Not really. I've always played or watched horror related stuff because one of my older brothers especially really, really likes the genre. So when, we would just always see everything. I would play every game with him or alone because he would get it, and then I would play it, or we would watch everything. So I think I was just so desensitized since I was like little.
So you got, from a young age, they just stole away your ability to get fucking high value horror game clips as a streamer. That's
it was snatched away.
That's my complaint.
I could still get
not being
startled,
able to get
like
the
jump scares. I could still like my hand will jolt, but that's literally an adrenaline thing. But I don't actually feel like the images in front of me don't scare me, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, loud noises sometimes
sucks because I wish I could get that out of those games, but I just get stressed because I'm like, when's the next jump scare? Right?
I'm so mad because I just want to be able to get scared so I can get a clip and post it on YouTube and have it fucking pop off.
Right.
Where are my fucking scream clips where I'm terrified?
You need to be a scream queen.
That's what
That's what they call them, a scream queen.
I don't like that. For some reason, I feel uncomfortable hearing that. I don't like that.
That's what they call those horror actresses that are really good at blood-curdling screams. Scream queens, dude. I can't be one of those. I can't even scream.
Michi, Henya, both of
Matara.
them.
Matara is one of the biggest.
Oh my god, she got scared at fucking content warning. Oh my god.
There was one time I jumped out at her in Minecraft. I did nothing. I just was standing behind her and she turned around, blood curdling screams come out of her. And I was like, are you okay?
I had that recently in Cobblemon where I was building my team and the fucking Vault Pixie just walked by and was like, hey Joel, and I fucking freaked out. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit.
Oh my god.
It's like if somebody was just you're streaming and you're locked in and somebody just comes up behind you and is like, hey. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I get it, but yeah, it just doesn't affect me. I don't know.
When was the last time you were scared at anything? Or startled?
I don't know. I'm sure I've been startled in a game within the past few months. I'm sure.
I got it from fucking Dark Souls.
Well, Dark Souls has a lot of shit that jumps out at you.
No, in Elden Ring, there was this cum guy. He's just like a white blob. I think it's candle wax or sludge or some shit in the volcano manor. He just kind of jumps at you, and it's like that freaked me out.
Okay, fair enough.
Dredge? No, I'm not counting the Thalassophobia, guys. That's just an actual phobia I have.
That's different.
That's not the same thing as getting
Dredge
jump
was
scared.
Good though. Did the game
Dredge.
scare the fuck out of you? How did that work for you?
Dredge only scared me with those when you're going insane or you go out of bounds and some monster comes up out of nowhere. And then what also scared me is looking down in certain areas in Dredge made me sick to my stomach.
I get that.
I love Dredge. I can't wait to play Iron Rig at some point. I got a Dredge box, what do they call? What's the word for when we get packages from games from publishers? PR packages.
Yeah.
And that was sick. I will say though, if I get another fucking PR package that gives me a t-shirt or a hat with a fucking lazily made logo, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Or a water bottle.
Hate it.
I fucking hate when they do the lazy water bottle t-shirt hat thing. Every PR package lately has been the same shit.
But you know what they give as well? A towel. A tiny towel, oddly shaped. It's never in an aspect ratio that matches other stuff. Oh my god. And the print, the all over print makes it so that it like feels crunchy. It's not even like one that I'm gonna use.
I don't
What's
go to the beach.
point?
It's just fuck
Yeah.
off.
What else? Wait, I have mine to the right. I have a bunch.
The best PR package that I think I got was the Ace Attorney one. Even though they didn't put my name on the fucking mallet.
You got an Ace Attorney one?
They get, you know what? I got an Ace Attorney mallet, the Ace Attorney one. I'm a little salty because everyone, I had number 29 out of 30 mallets. The only ones that were named were the first 15. They would have your name engraved into it. Everyone else's didn't. I was really salty about that, but that one is one of my favorite PR packages. And I think I didn't get the Pacific Drive one. I was gonna get yours, but the Pacific Drive PR package looked amazing. It gave you like, like it was really cool. But those are my favorite ones. All the other PR packages that I've received are kind of
Pacific Drive. People have been telling me to play it.
I have it on my list. I'm gonna keep playing it soon. I really like playing Pacific Drive.
People are saying that I would like it.
It's a little tedious after a while. Like I really enjoy Pacific Drive. I think it's really fun, but at some point it's just too micromanagey. Like you need to micromanage a lot of things, and I was not enjoying that part of it, even though I think it's a great game. I also just don't like games with time limits.
Yeah.
Icky.
Well, sometimes I do.
I want to drive around, but it's after a certain point, Pacific Drive in the map, it just like, it's like the battle royale zone that comes in on you, and it's like you have to get out now, or else you'd lose everything. And it's like I don't want to do that.
I don't know. I think that's my problem with a lot of games is a lot of them end up with a chunk of the game that get tedious, and I hate streaming that part. And I'm like, can I just play this part off stream?
Dave the Diver with that
God, I didn't
piece of shit mermaid story.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I don't care about this story. But I loved all the flashbacks. I loved all the story-related stuff in the restaurant.
Bancho in his old hotel. Everything about the restaurant was the best part of Dave the Diver. Everything about the mermaids was the worst part of Dave the Diver. Fucking hated the mermaids.
I did not understand. I was like, I feel like they put this in here because they needed a story, right? And they said, what can we do to make a story?
I never beat it because the entire time I was just going through the game and ignoring the mermaid storyline. I didn't realize the mermaid was the main plot line. And I just haven't finished on stream because I don't want to go through the fucking boring mermaid plot. And it's also at the point in Dave the Diver where people are like, they kind of fell off of watching Dave the Diver. So it's not gonna like, no viewers are gonna come in. We're not gonna get new viewers in from it. And I'd have to go through the slog of that when I just want to do the other thing. Haka, did you remember your login for fucking Twitch? I see him in the chat. He fucking remembered his login. Look at him.
Welcome back, buddy. How you doing?
Sorry for fucking...
True, you're so mean to him, Joel. Oh my god.
Let me give him VIP. He'll stop yelling if I give him VIP. Here you go.
We give it as a little pity gift?
Here's a little treat. Here's a little treat, buddy. Here's a little treat. Now I'll be able to see your messages when you type.
Wow.
Oh my god, little scrubs. There's the Pookie. Look at him. He's getting excited.
Look at that little emote. Look at that emote.
He actually is such a bird, dude. He's such a Pookie. He actually does have the personality of a bird.
I have some people, like other creators, where I'm just like they're Pookie, right? Like they're put in that category. And I've been saying that sometimes a chatter will say something about someone and I go, that's Pookie. And they're like, what does that mean? And I'm like, what? That's Pookie. What do you mean?
You two love me. I am Pookie maxing. You know what it is? I think it's the spoiled brats. The like the bratty people or
they've got like a little, but not like crazy, just like a little bit.
Yeah, like Mary, like, Haka. Those are Pookie energy. There's a lot of them too. Like, who are some other motherfuckers that have that energy?
Yeah, I have a lot of the people I play GTA with, like in my
you mentioned
crew.
One person. I forgot what his name is, but you mentioned this to me. There was a Pookie in your GTA group.
There are a few. Probably Omi, but not the VTuber Omi, my GTA friend Omi. He just plays this character that's so like he just like throws tantrums every now and then. right? So someone will be like, we're gonna go rob this bank, and they don't bring him, and then the next day he's like, you didn't invite me. Like, right? And he'll be like, what am I doing here if you're not inviting me? And like he just has little breakdowns occasionally, and I'm like, look at him.
Listen, I do that too
like
sometimes.
that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I was in
Yeah,
Minecraft
like
the other
that.
day, and Nags asked Haruka for help instead of me, and I was like, why isn't he asking me for help? He calls me a fucking nerd all the time for being into this game. Why didn't he ask me? What did I do?
I do that just to cause problems. I'll always ask everyone what about me to make them think that I feel sidelined, but I don't. And like it's my most favorite thing. So someone will be like, oh
Just be
yeah,
a
I did this
problem.
collab the other day with these people, and I'm like, oh, you didn't invite me, all right? They'll be like, what? I thought you were streaming.
I'm
Yeah, well, maybe I
invincible to
wouldn't
that
have it.
because I would just get annoyed. I'd be like, I did invite you. I'll fucking kill you. What the fuck?
Right. You know me well enough that you're like, she's just fucking around. Like, you know, I don't actually care.
Yes.
But I like it better when someone doesn't know me as well, and then I do that to them, and they're like, I'm so sorry.
You know what? I've been really enjoying doing this thing where I will just call a random friend in the middle of them streaming. And what I do is, for example, I did this with Basil a while ago, where I just called Basil in the middle of him streaming, and he answered the call, and I was like, I could kill you right now, and nobody would know. And then Basil's like, what are you talking about? And then I'd be like, wait, are you streaming right now? Oh, and then just end the call immediately. Just like, I would not explain it at all. Just in the middle of him streaming, I'll just do that, and I think it's funny as hell.
My favorite bit is the no one would believe you thing. You just take someone aside in a game. Like I was playing Dale and Dawson's, okay? I was playing a game that is absolutely not about murder. And I'm sitting there doing like a one-on-one with someone. I pull them aside and he's like saying something and I'm like, I could kill you right now.
Yes.
And no one would believe you. If I said, if you went, oh, she threatened me, no one would believe you. I could do it right now. And I was
just fucking like... gaslighting like a horrible human being. It's just like
so
when it's in a friendly scenario, it's just really fucking funny. I've never played Dale and Dawson, but I in games similar to that, it's very fun to do. It's just like holy shit. Nah, people would believe you. You are evil. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe Geega.
I love that game, but I played it with all of my like roleplay friends, so friends who are really good at that. And the game does not have mechanics in it that make you able to play it for more than an hour if you're not role-playing, right? Like you have to make a storyline, you have to do a bit, you have to do something. So I played it with all my friends that are really good at that stuff. And then anytime I was pulled into a collab, no offense to anyone after that, I was like, this is not the same. This is not hitting the same because they're not role players. So what would happen is I would get up there and I would do a bit and they'd be like, ha ha ha. And they'd be like, she's so funny when she does her little bits. And I'd be like, no, you're supposed to react. You're supposed to have a character. You're supposed to, what would my character say to this, right? And they would just be like, haha, good one. And I'm like,
did you see the 2 role players that we had in Kabumon? It was or 3.
Which
we had. There were a few. We had Chris, who was doing the old man, which was my favorite. Yeah. We had Rin, who was doing Sasuke. We had Kuyoya, who was Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow, yeah. You also had Morty. Xander was doing Morty.
For a little bit, yes.
More tits. Yeah.
I really want to do any kind of roleplay in any game, specifically Minecraft, because I like Minecraft a lot.
I wanted to do it. Oh, Kaiba would be good. I wanted to do it if we could rename our characters. I think my problem with it was I couldn't change my name because I would want to go in there and change the skin and the name entirely, and I wanted to just be like Jeff from Finance and just
I kind of wish they didn't have names. I kind of wish Minecraft didn't, if there was abilities to take the name tags off. Like I want to play in a Minecraft server where there's no name tags. So if you wanted to talk to somebody, you'd have to go up to them and ask, hey, what's your name? Nice to meet you. So it'd be like you force them into interacting with each other. So if you want to ask somebody something, you have to go up and talk to them. And honestly, get rid of the global chat. I think I want to play Minecraft. I want to be on a Minecraft server. No global chat. It's a small world, so you can't go that far. But when you see somebody, they don't have a name tag, you have to go up to them and talk to them like a real person. I think that'd be really fun. I think it'd be a really fun
like
idea.
A roleplay server.
Yes. Except I don't like GTA, so that's why I would like be more into Minecraft with it.
Completely fair. Yeah, I think
I just have biases because I didn't like it growing up. That's probably why.
No, I completely agree. I think the game is dog shit.
Really?
Shooting in that game, dog shit. Really fun to play story mode, but like, as someone who's put a lot of hours into it, the shooting in that game is so garbage, so bad, so terrible. And then when you roleplay in it, that's the thing. There aren't many games that you can mod to have like a world that feels living, breathing to that extent. Where like
GTA, like that's
about Minecraft, GTA.
The extent that I can think of. Gmod, I guess.
I guess, but you have to do so much to build a world for that. At least in Minecraft, people can build their own houses, right? So that can all happen organically.
Rust.
I don't know.
Those games are all those survival games that are like very similar.
Yeah, Rust. A lot of people will roleplay in Rust a bunch. I don't know. That's the problem, right? There aren't many games where if you set up an RP server, like it works long term really well. They're just you need I mean GTA works because it's like this entire huge map with a city and a couple small towns, and you know it's really easy to just mod some shit in so people can be like running a restaurant instead of NPCs or something, right? That's fine. But then a lot of other games you can like any game you can role play in. Let's be honest, anyone could play a game and be like, okay, my name is Sandy, and then they just start going.
Best.
No, literally, like anyone could do that, but it's hard to set up servers for things where people also then role play unless they're like ready to lock in. And I think that's when I've tried to encourage some friends to do it more on stream, because they're like, hey, I see you do a lot of bits where you're just completely acting like a different person. Like, I want to do that. And I'm like, that's role play. And you have to close your eyes and say, I'm okay with being cringe. I will see this bit to its death, you know, and then just like let it go. But they get like self-conscious, I think. People have a hard time with it because they feel cringe when they start role playing.
I'll be cringe if I do certain things, but if I'm like the asshole or a villain, I can do that easily.
I love playing the heel. Yeah,
being the dickhead that's like, bring out your last pathetic Pokemon, you freak. You have nothing you can do against me, but I need to be able to win too. Like
my favorite thing that I do when I'm doing bits with people on stream, and I'm like getting into the role play zone where I'm doing like too many layered bits, I just end up having a problem with everything that they say. Everything they say like irks me, right? So we'll be sitting around talking, they'll say a thing, and I'll be like, why'd you say it like that? What did you mean by that? Right? And I just start questioning literally everything they say. And I just become confrontational for no reason. That is my most favorite thing to do. You just pick a vague character trait.
Bastard.
Yeah. It's so fun. I don't know. Being the heel in a situation, I love it. I love it.
Being a dickhead.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. You have to be confident in yourself, because you have to know that like you can display this in a way where people know you're just joking, right? I think a lot of people don't like doing it because they think people might believe it and think that that's like your inner thoughts coming out. So
yes,
they're like, wow, this guy's a jerk. But
sometimes that does happen, but I just kind of roll with the punches, because I know none of my viewers think that. And if anyone else thinks that, then they'll eventually, right? I have faith in them that they'll be able to realize that it's not like that, since the people they're watching are still friends with me.
That's when you overdo the delivery, right? Like you realize that someone else's chat is starting to think that maybe you're actually like this and you're not just playing a character. So you start like overdoing it and be like, why'd you say it like that, buddy? Slide whistle, boing, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I do that a lot.
Right.
Like it's one of those things that like, if I'm playing Cobblemon, I'll be like a heavy narcissistic piece of shit to people that's very like condescending, but it's in such a way that it should be obvious that it's a joke. And if anyone else, again, the faith thing is that if somebody does believe that I'm being an actual asshole, they'll have faith in in the streamer that they're watching me interact with. That stream, like Geega's still my friend. If I'm a condescending asshole to Geega, but I'm still her friend, Geega's viewers should at least know like, oh, it's a joke, because Geega's still friends with him. Yeah,
like they know that I wouldn't be streaming with you
if you didn't like me. Yeah,
it's one thing if it's like the first time I'm streaming with someone and they say some shit and I'm like, we're just gonna move past that, right? Like, but if it's someone that I do a bunch of stuff with, I like context clues. They should know that that's fine, right? Yeah, for sure.
I think I like roleplay. I think I like roleplay, Geega. I think it's fun. That's why I like doing improv bits at the start of every one of these streams.
Yeah.
And they're great for YouTube.
Well, remind me after stream. I have bits and things that we must plan.
Yes.
I have plans for you.
There's a couple of things that you've been trying to plan with me that have not come through. Looking at I forgot the name of it. Looking at you, Geega Talks podcast.
Oh, Geega Chat. I don't even remember the name of my podcast.
It's because I was supposed to be the first one on it. I was your first
the pilot
guest
episode,
idea.
but then we got all the stuff down, and now the format has changed in how we film it, so we have to film a new one.
And now there's like 6 people that you've already had on, and I'm not the pilot anymore. Now it's less special. Nobody remembers the
pilot,
6th
but
episode.
It didn't get published. We got to do a new one. We do a fresh one.
Did we actually? Wait, we actually recorded one?
Yeah, the pilot episode.
Oh, I don't remember that. Fuck, I thought we never did it. I've been complaining about it because I thought we never did it.
No, we recorded. We did an entire pilot, and then the whole thing was that the format adjusted slightly. So we were like, okay, we'll do a new one.
Oh yes, it's the one where you were complaining that I kept trying to talk about food.
Oh yeah, you were turning every conversation into food, and I was like, brother, please.
I kept trying to fucking yell about food.
He was like, I want to keep turning every conversation into a bit about us arguing about food opinions, and I was like, please stop. That's not what the show is about.
It was during a hunger moment of my life. God
Things
damn.
have changed. He's different now. We should do it. Ooh, we can refilm as soon as my new model's done. We can do it with the new one.
About that.
Yeah, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you all the leaks.
I still have like 5 models in the works that are slowly making me die. You know,
oh, dude.
I've been saying this for a while. I think Juniper has become a bad influence on me because the amount of times I say I'm going to kill myself or I'm going to kill somebody has upped
exponentially.
A lot, yes.
Yeah. I try not to
awful.
because people get very sensitive, but like that was my #1 joke for a long time, right? You can't take that out of my dead hands.
I'm trying to take it away from myself.
I'm allowed to say that about myself, okay? Yeah. No,
it's too much for me. My chat's a little they're little babies. I don't want to do anything that'll make them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I started saying krill myself. And that way, you know, it's like putting a slash joke at the end, right?
Slash serious /J.
It's a tone indicator. I said krill, therefore I am joking. Yeah. I hate that I have to do that. Can't people just get humor? Now I understand the tone indicators for like their original purpose, which is people who can't read tone. But what about everyone else?
The people that whenever I'm with my Chaos Crew collabs, they like Monarch and Sayu's viewers just think that I'm like actually a dickhead to them. Those people. Why is Joel always angry?
Yeah.
Why is he like that?
My community has undergone a change in the last year, and it's been a very positive change. And I find, a purge. We've slowly weeded out people that can't get jokes. And yeah, we have a lot of people that understand morbid and gallows humor and know when I'm joking. And now it's so nice. It's so nice. But I forget that sometimes certain other communities aren't like that. So sometimes I'll be in a collab with someone and I'll say something morbid and they're like, oh, what?
Geega.
And it's, oh, yeah. And I'm like, what? What? Or, people who explain. So it's VTubers especially. Someone will say something and they're jokingly being mean to someone else. And they're like, guys, we're still friends, by the way. And I'm like, you just ruined the joke. You didn't need to explain that. And they're like, but if I don't explain it, they're going to believe it. And I'm like, what? What? I forget how many people are like that on the internet, right? Where they actually like, they think it's real, man.
I have so many one-on-ones with my chat that they're slowly becoming more and more accustomed to all of the humor that I have and the streams that I do. Like, as long as they know how I, as a human being, function, then I will do whatever. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because then I can just explain anything to them, and they can understand it.
My chat's at that point, yeah. It's nice. It's comfortable, because I know I can make whatever a joke, whatever kind of joke, and they'll just be like, okay, she's joking.
Wait, this is all
they
a
have
bit?
the sense for it.
The divorce isn't. We're still working on the papers for that.
Yeah, it's not finalized, so.
We're going over custody. Apparently, she gets Boris, I get you guys.
Yeah. Well, you never had Boris. He was always mine, so that's why I'll get him.
Okay, well, I put in time and effort into this, okay?
Yeah, well, it's not all about that.
Chad, she's taking the PSP in the divorce. My monster
I'm gonna play Patapon for 100 hours.
No! She's gonna delete my save file!
Yes, yes.
You're sick! You're sick and twisted!
It's mine. It's mine. I actually found my old PSP a while back and charged it and played Patapon. I was like, holy fuck. This shit works.
Patapon. I've still been searching for a mythical human being that knows what Loco Roco is. I've been looking throughout my life trying to find somebody that knows what the greatest game of our generation, Loco Roco.
I don't think that's that obscure, is it?
It's more obscure than you would think. Most people don't know what it is. I mean, the PSP already had the kind of a small viewer base, and the people that did play on PSP only played certain games. So when you talk about Loco Roco, I was really surprised that fucking Patapon was more popular than Loco Roco.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that because I guess I've just heard so many people talk about Patapon compared to Loco Roco. Loco Roco was one that was cute, but I think the art style of it maybe made people think it was a shit game. Because you remember the box art
it was so
where
cute.
it had like that big yellow like blob just smiling on the front.
Yeah,
I think people see that and they think it's for babies. I don't think they realize it's like a banger game.
It's so fucking good, dude. I loved Loco Roco. And the music, oh my god. It's just like, I don't know what it reminds me of, but the game was just so wonderful. Like I don't want to say Ghibli.
It was nice.
Something about Loco Roco just reminded me of games that are like Hall of Fame worthy in my head.
Right.
I'm so sad about it. One day it'll bring back. One day. Maybe I could stream it one day. Are there PSP emulators that are real, that are good? I don't think there are.
Yeah, not really.
Maybe I could try it. Maybe play like pinball with because it already does kind of play like pinball.
Yeah, some of those games will run well. Some of them really do not.
One day I'll gain these things. You remember the E3? Dude, you know what I want to do? I want to go through and watch old E3 trailers or old E3 announcements on stream. Because you already know I love watching these. I mean, I invite you on every time, but I love watching the game awards. I love watching game like reveals. There's something about it that just brings people together that's really fun to do. It's like such a boys night. We're watching games, boys night about it. That just makes me super happy, and I want to do that again.
It's fun though. I like that. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you can do in stream. You can also do just in Discord. Just hang out kind of shit.
Well, I don't do that, unfortunately. I'm a content creator first. I've never hung out with anyone in my life off stream. Never.
Right. I used to do it a lot, but then the problem was we had too many people in BC, and Discord had limits, and I was like, fuck, I can't do this anymore.
I'll do it if, well, the stage channels now for chat. I've used stage channels for movie nights now because I found out that 50 is the max that you can have, apparently.
Yeah, the stage channels I was using for a while for like alt streams, and I ended up making my alt channel because it started tweaking. I don't know what happened, but at some point Discord started to like never
after
allow
30 minutes thing where it just freaks out, or are you talking about the actual
the video
stage
just
channel?
like wouldn't even work. No, the stage channel, like the video would be 2 FPS. I couldn't do it anymore.
It happens a fuck ton, and it's kind of annoying. Every 30 minutes, when I'm doing a movie night, I have to like restart the fucking stream. That's so annoying.
That's why I ended up making an alt channel, because I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna play games, I could just do this on a channel instead if it's not gonna work in Discord.
You know what I really want to do? That fucking thing that the idol companies do, where they'll watch a movie and put a timer up so people can watch it legally with them.
Oh, I've done that before. I did that with Girl DM. We actually watched a movie together.
What movie?
I don't remember which one we watched.
I really want to do that.
We could do one. She and I had another movie that we were thinking of watching, and we never got to it, but we can just do that.
Dude, I think it'd be really fun, because I love watching stuff with chat. And if I could do it on stream instead of on Discord, I feel like that'd be great. Though I know it's kind of weird to do that by joining. Like, whenever I join somebody's stream and they're doing it, it's like,
if you're like
you
not
guys are
part
watching
of it.
a movie, it's like when I walk in on my mom watching a movie, and it's just like, it's the thing where you kind of stand there and you're like, this shit kind of bangs. And then you're like, okay, back to what I was doing. And then you leave.
The part of it that's weird is that you don't hear the audio of the movie or anything, right? Because it's copyright. So you just walk into someone's stream and they're just like, huh,
Yeah, it's so
wow.
like it feels like you need to be there for it, or else like nobody can just walk in midstream for
Right.
it.
But I like doing that. Like when my friends have done those on their YouTube channels, I have often sat around and watched it. So it's just, I don't know, it's just nice. It's nice.
I think I'd make an alt account for it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I should just revamp the offline made alt account on YouTube or on Twitch and maybe use that, or make another
Use
one.
it. Yeah, finish
entirely.
games on it or whatever. I like it because for me, when I'm doing stuff that I consider more boring content or whatever, I know there's people who would still want to hang out. So if I'm gonna play it anyway, I'm just stream it. Why not? But then I get to save the VOD. So if something funny does happen, that there are those moments where you play something in Discord or you're watching something in Discord and you're like, man, this would have been a good clip. It's a shame I'm not streaming this on main. But like, it's just one clip out of a couple hours of doing a thing. You still have the VOD, so
I should.
it's there.
I should. I think it'd be fun to bring back the offline streams for me,
Yeah.
especially because I really want to finish Tears of the Kingdom, and I haven't touched it since the day that I left it. Like I think a year or two
I think
ago.
I did. I experimented with a lot of stuff like before I settled on just doing an alt Twitch channel, but I was using my YouTube streams as my alt channel. And I remember moving the rest of Tears of the Kingdom over there because people were just so Zelda'd out because everyone was playing it. And I finished it over there. The game was so good. The game is so incredibly good. You have to play it to the end.
I should. Fuck. I just want to play those games now. I still need to. I want to finish Dave the Diver. I want to finish Tears of the Kingdom. I wanted to. There's a lot of games that I just have on my finish list that I just haven't because it's a. I don't want to say it's a pain in the ass, but it kind of is. Like it's kind of a pain in the ass to finish certain games on stream because it's just like.
It is.
Well, I mean, there's you know what I'm excited for that. I think you said you couldn't join in, but I think it'd be still really fun. The Darkest Dungeon mod pack that I'm making.
Yeah.
It's coming along well. It's me, Juniper, Matara, and then the fourth one was going to be you or Haruka. But I specifically was just asking who was going to be in. It had a little bit of a delay. It's either you or Haruka. I actually was hoping for you because I'm surrounded by two bugs. And that way, because we are both fancy characters, it would have fit better aesthetically.
Oh,
but Haruka too works.
I do like that. Yeah, I think for me it was always time commitment because I'm always like.
I wanted 3 streams with it. I wanted to do 3 exact.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of money. Because I'm spending a lot of money on the skins. Each one was I think 1,000. So I just kind of saved up money for it.
Be ashamed to not stream a lot with that, honestly.
But I understand time commitment. So I wanted to do at least 3 streams of it, and then I was gonna make a big video out of it. That way I would get, my money back for it, but still.
Ooh, I like that.
It's cool, dude.
Would it be all in one week?
I think so. It would either do all in one week or I would do it.
That's the problem is I stream Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm saying it'd be, I actually don't think it would be good to do all in one week. I think it'd be over the course of 3 weeks, like once a week, and then I'd be done with it. And then maybe I'd release it so everyone in chat can get it for themselves.
Yeah, that would be so cool. I think if people could just get the pack.
I'd be really down for it. I want to. We can talk about it again if you're interested. I'll see about it. It's one of those things that it's like, I really got to double plan it because I know it's going to be a pain in the ass to try to get everyone into. But I like that. I want more things where I can just mod myself into the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could probably do a lot more. I know someone made a mod for me where I could play as myself in Noita.
I played
which
that
isn't
mod.
Crazy, but yeah,
I played as you when I played
It's just
Noita.
a reskin. But that's the thing is you can do a lot with games like that, right? Where you just make a little skin and throw yourself
Left
in.
4 Dead. 3D models in Left 4 Dead. I still need to get
a lot in there.
I still need to get a proper 3D model, not just the low poly. I mean, I'm getting more low poly models. I'm getting a low poly nun, a low poly bikini, and then I'm getting my hairstyles in this one. But I really want to get like a proper 3D model that's not just low poly, like a regular style one. Really want that, but all those fucking artists are dead. Every time. I was in between Yuli's JJ and fucking Mari, who did Zen's.
Yeah.
Because Mari apparently
Everyone wants to work with those three. It's like
well, no,
trying to
it's
get
because
yourself
Mari
in there.
reached out. Mari reached out actually, and I was like,
nice.
sure, fuck yeah, I'm super down. I love your art style. And then they got busy. And then JJ was like, yeah, I'm a fan. And then they're also dead. And then Yuli's, people snipe them. So like that's impossible. One day.
It's so hard. We need more people to exist that do good work. Hey, if you do good work, can you post a lot so
I'm
we
sure
know you
there
exist?
are, but it's like, for me personally, I have a hard time finding 3D model artists I like because they all do the really cutesy models, and I'm not like a lot of VTuber models are these cutesy characters, and I'm like, I'm more painterly, so it's hard to see if they can work with this.
I could show you the person I used. They're very good.
Please. I was gonna go with the people that make the HoloLive 3D models, but the quoted price I got was $10,000, so I didn't want to spend $10,000 on my model.
Oh, for 3D?
For the 3D model, I was like, I'm not spending $10,000 on a 3D model.
Yeah, that's
my low poly was
a little crazy.
800, and I'm not comparing prices or anything. There's a reason why the HoloLive ones are that much. It's because they're fully customizable and can be used in any program. But I was like, I'm an indie VTuber that does not need any of this. I just need a model for streaming.
It just needs to work. Yeah, I think people way overdo it. I mean, I try to remind people that like my first model, yes, it was 2D. It was a $250 model, and I was going to have a bigger, better one, like quote unquote, and it fell through. So I just kept using that one. It was supposed to be my chibi model, and it just became my main because it was all I had. And I used the thing for like a really long time and grew just using that. That was just what I used because that was what I had, and I remember thinking to myself, you know, if I wanted this to like work out, it probably wouldn't, because my model is like nothing in quality compared to XYZ. And I'd look at what other people had at the time, and I'd be like, yeah, this just isn't gonna work. And then it did, and I was like, oh, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. People just have to want to watch you. Like, that's right.
I mean, my first model was fan art.
Right.
It was
I remember
literally
that.
fan art, and then I just used that forever. And then my first debut is like me just spending all the money that I had saved up.
Yeah.
God damn.
I sent you my 3D modeler.
Oh, yeah. No, they did Kenji's.
Yep.
I know this person. I think I had them in my list that I was looking at.
They're pretty good. I had them make one for me, and then I'm having them eventually make one for whatever my new 2D is gonna look like. They're gonna make one to match that too.
I can't wait for that. Your new 2D looks so good.
Yeah. Joel's seen the leaks.
I have. I can't wait for that to come out and then have both of us get compared again. Could be so good.
We are once again gonna look like we're in the same universe. You know what I'm really like? I don't want to say nervous about. Nervous isn't the word, but I like wish was different now. I'm debuting it with a new outfit. But the thing is, so my normal outfit, which is this, should go on the new model. This will remain my main design, right? Like this outfit is still the main design, right? This is the brand. But we're gonna have that model come out with a new outfit on it first, which I've talked about. The problem is other projects keep coming up that are pushing back me getting this outfit on that model. There are other things that are coming up that are time sensitive.
It's gonna look like a redesign for you then.
People are gonna think it's a redesign. They're gonna think that I'm never doing this outfit again. They're gonna stop drawing it, and I'm like, no, this is the brand. So any like art on like the VShojo website or like things like that will still be this outfit, but it's gonna be annoying because I won't have the outfit on the model.
I get when somebody draws the tentacle on this outfit, when it's like, no,
right?
He's not canon to this outfit.
Like, that's not the outfit. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting.
You want to talk about pushback? Reminder of my 5 models that I was trying to, my 5 debuts that I was trying to get done. That fucking monster model is constantly getting fucked over because the lore video is taking so long.
I've seen so much update on that. It looks so good.
Male model, monster model, chat. The chat debut is done.
I'm so excited for the male model.
Yes, that one too. Well, that one I'm going to call with Doku tonight and make sure that we are done on the colors, and then he can finally start rendering the clothes.
Let's go.
Monster model waiting for the lore video.
You're gonna love it.
And then the chat debut is basically done. It's just we're finishing up the lore videos editing, and then the mini game is getting finished up with the UI assets and backgrounds.
Yeah,
And
so
then
excited for
chat
that.
debut done. And then I can debut the low poly models. I actually don't know how to debut the low poly models, if I'm being real. Because I can't get it back. It's not like they have a lore. I can't make a lore video for them, so it's just the model itself.
Right.
And maybe music.
Which is fine. I'll be honest. I always think when a debut is coming up, you have to do something crazy involved, and you have to put so much work into it beforehand to make a whole huge event. But what most people do is they show up and they're like, "Hey guys, it's me, haha, yay!" And then they spend an entire hour doing like showcasing the model and once again talking about themselves.
It's just harder to do with the low poly model because it's hard to garner our interest in that, and it's not like. And for me, my debuts always have 4 things. My perfect debut list is lore video, new BGM, background model. That's always what I get with lore videos for me.
Just for the vibes.
Or for debuts. But, you know, I don't think I'm ever doing 3 at once ever again for the rest of my life. I hate my life. I hate this so much. The amount of artists that were just
literally
like,
working on 3 at a time right now. Yeah, it's...
You're getting 1 a year from now on, chat. That's it. 1.
No, do more outfits. Do more outfits. I want to do more. You should do more.
I'll do 1 a year, Geega. I will die otherwise. Doing 3 and then having artists constantly be like just ghosting me. I want to fucking. I can't say I'm gonna end myself. I can't keep doing that.
myself.
I'm gonna put my head in a grinder. I can't.
I was supposed to have a lot of stuff done for this model right here, like more outfits that all completely fell through. Some artists every time.
And I love artists. I get why it happens to them, but they're fucking so quiet. They're so like, if something happens to them, they're like, I'm gonna suffer alone and not tell any of the people that commission me about anything. And it's like, I don't want to be mean to them, but like, fuck, dude. Like, at least, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's already really hard to find this shit.
Yeah.
Especially with the monster model. It's already hard to fucking find artists that, because I'm a picky bitch.
That is so hard to draw to like make a model for. Oh, that's tough because everyone's used to making things that are completely normal humanoid, right?
Yep.
A normal humanoid looking body. Anything that is outside of that realm, so difficult.
And most artists that do lore videos, again, are cute styled artists that have fast turnaround. It's really hard to find an artist that draws in a painterly style like what my model looks like in a fast turnaround. And it's already hard enough to find somebody that will not drain my wallet and or fucking just like not communicate with me at all. I just need to finish. I just want once the lore video is done for the fucking monster model, I'll be happy. That's the only thing that's been freaking me out. I'm gonna vent,
me too. My lore video stuff, lore related stuff for my new model. I have an artist working on it, and then they had like a family emergency happen, and I was like, not again. I started getting like war flashbacks, you know, where I'm like, no, real life shit happens, and then they can't do your project.
And it's not like there's nowhere to place my anger when it happens. There's nowhere to place my disappointment.
Yeah, because you're not mad at that person, right?
Yeah, because it's like, not the artist's fault.
It's understandable shit.
Now I'm just sitting here getting anxiety and fucking frustration, but there's nowhere to place it, so I just have to fucking hold it in and bottle it up. Gonna buy a punching bag, dude. Jesus Christ.
Let it all out, man. Let it all out.
Need this shit to get finished so I can stop freaking out and start using my free time wisely instead of constantly DMing people to check if my debut stuff is done.
Yeah.
One day.
Artists
be the people with the most IRL problems. It's because they're artists.
Yup. It's true.
At some point, artists will become superhumans that will not have IRL issues anymore. That's why I really just want to be rich and, you know, become a patron and have them live in my house. That's the dream.
Oh, yeah, the old style.
The nobleman that has like an artist living in my house that I constantly ask to draw me stupid shit. You live in my house, I pay for everything.
When you have, okay, so I feel like every community has one resident doodler, right? Someone who just doodles the streamer all the time. And I feel like whenever I have one of those, I'm like, you know what? This is our artist, okay? If we need something, we go to them. That's it.
Our artist.
Put him in the basement.
We have a lot of those in this community, thankfully, because apparently my model inspires people to either want to throw their fucking pen out the window because the ruffles, or they get really inspired and want to draw me.
Yeah. It's true. You do have a lot of artists.
Well, you know,
it's a good thing.
I actually don't know why. I think it's just because my design is, they just like the design. Either that or it's the
Well,
the
I was
gap
gonna say that, and
between
you
me and my
yourself being
personality.
an artist, right?
Oh,
Like
that
a lot
too.
of your old streams being art streams probably had a lot to do with like the seed group of people that watched, right?
Yeah, I mean the first, most of the beginning people that watch me are probably like that. You know, I went through my founders badges recently and I started deleting people. And
Yeah.
look who got a founders badge. It's Minky. Minky had a founders
Minky.
badge. And she was so happy about it. I told her, and she came into the chat. I was like,
Aw. Guys, look.
she got her own founders
Aw,
badge. She was so
Minky.
happy about it. And
Love
just
Minky.
really fun seeing who had founders badges. Fucking Chachi had a founders badge. Minky had
Oh
one.
yeah.
Like a bunch of people whose names I recognized from a while ago had founders badges, and it's like, oh wow, fuck, I haven't seen you guys in years, and you have founders badges. That's so cool.
Yeah. That's so. I had to get rid of a bunch too because I just like.
Are they all active users now that you have that have founders badges?
For the most part, yeah.
I
There were a
need to do
couple I
that.
didn't get rid of because I was like, these people don't come around a lot, but they will here and there, and I'm not taking that from them. But yeah, there were a lot that I was like, I haven't seen these people since 3 months after my first stream, right? They're just not around. So I pruned a bunch of them.
There's a
and then one of
couple of
them came
people.
to the chat. So they hadn't been to my chat in 2 years. And then they came to the chat and they were like, oh, I don't have a founder's badge anymore. And I was like, brother, I pruned it 2 days
2
ago, and
years.
yet that's when you show up.
That's my fear. That's my fear. I'm gonna take away a founder's badge from somebody I know, and then they're gonna come in and chat and be like, "Where's my founders?" And it's like, "What do you want from me? I wanted
Exactly.
my active users to have one. It's cuter when I see them have it." Do you have founders
felt
badges in
so
anyone
bad.
chats?
Some of my mods,
Yep, I sniped one from my mod Anna.
not many VTubers because I don't think I had. Yeah, I don't think I was using this account like when a lot of them started streaming. I was still streaming a bit early. I wasn't like one of the late VTubers to show up, but I was later than some other people. So I think that means like
Surprised you don't have one in like any of your like Mata or Michi, because you had like first dibs on knowing what their account was.
I might have in one of theirs. Maybe I just don't turn it on, or maybe I don't have it. I don't know.
Are you
I was
getting one
supposed to
for
get
your
them for
fucking the new Japanese talents?
So I was going to snipe them, and then I was sitting with my sick cat on the couch and
Oh
missed
no!
the window. They let us know the
No.
account names and everything like right before they went live. They gave us notice, but I didn't get to go and sub, and I was like,
You fucking missed out,
I
dude.
didn't get to get my founders badge. I was so upset, man. I was like, fuck it, whatever.
I think the only
Well,
VTuber I
I'll
have
be
it
their
with
friend
it-
anyway, and they won't. So ha ha ha.
Oh, okay. You can't rub
One of
it
them
in
has
like
been
that.
messaging me all day. I've been talking to Nagi all day, all night. We've been talking for hours. Ha ha ha.
Oh, that's the one that was killed. That was the one that got murdered.
We sat and watched. Okay, so V Shoujo sat together and watched that that little like PV that they made like a couple weeks ago, right? We're sitting down watching it together, and they're like, "Oh, this is what we're gonna show. This is gonna be like the marketing, right?" She gets hit by the truck right at the beginning, and I'm like,
Start busting
guys,
out
are
in
we
laughter.
ignoring that she just fucking died? Like, I was like, she's fucking dead, and like everyone's like, oh yeah, she died, huh?
I burst into laughter when I saw that. I don't know if that's rude. I just thought it was really funny.
That was good. It was really good.
Thank you for the raid, Cabby. Hope you had a good stream. I'm hanging out with my friend Geega.
Gabby,
I
thank you for the raid.
I think I only have one founder's badge in a VTuber chat. I think it's Juniper's. I'm a founder in Juni's.
Really? Oh,
She's
okay.
a baby. She's only like 4 years into streaming.
That's true.
I
Remember when she first like showed up? I do remember that.
Yeah, I mean, she blew up pretty fast, I think. It was only like a month of her normal streaming, and then
Yeah.
somebody Danny specifically, made a video of her, and it
Oh,
blew
yeah.
her up, and then she immediately like shot to 1,000, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't in that smaller period for that long. A founder's badge is when you have you're one of the first 25 subscribers to that channel,
Yeah.
and it has
Yeah.
this little first badge next to your name. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shit. That's so good, dude. I wanna go through that again. I think it's really fun to like snipe it.
Yeah.
It's fun to snipe it for other people that you plan to hang out with a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's nice. I don't know. I like doing that and being like, we've been friends for forever. But at the same time, I mean, my long resub messages, just do it, right?
Yes. What you had like I think 44 months. You subbed like today, and it said 44 months.
Yeah, I subbed. Hey guys, I've been here for 44 months. Let's go. Which
Tier
is crazy
3
to think
at
about.
44 months.
Mm-hmm.
Geega, the most baller VTuber, throwing off a tier 3.
Yeah.
Most of these motherfuckers are poor. I am too.
I'm
do
here
tier
to
1s.
support. Always have been.
I only do tier 1s. All right, it happens.
I had to stop subscribing directly to all of my friends because the amount of money I would spend on subscriptions was ridiculous. And as a streamer, that's a terrible thing for us to all just be subbing to each other back and forth and giving money to Twitch so that we can have some of our friends' emotes. It's crazy when you have that many friends. So I had to stop. But thankfully, people will snipe the thing for me. So
me with my fucking 14 subscriptions purely only on the iPad or on the Apple Store that are slowly draining my wallet. It's only on my mods.
I have still been able to keep a lot of the subs up myself anyway, but a lot of them I had to stop because the thing is, I hate it because then I feel like I'm picking my MySpace top 8, which no one wants to do. That sucks. But I have to decide which to prune and which not to, and I don't like it.
Who am I subscribed to?
I don't like it.
I don't have many subs. Yeah, I only have, I think, 444. I have 12 people I'm sub to consistently, right? It's one of them is you. The other one is Nick Waz, the artist for Shovel Knight. I have Hyde, which is another artist. Juniper. Then all of my mods that are streamers, I have subs to. My kids, Saranya and Gowl. Eggs, because I remember Eggs fucking yelled at me once for not being subbed to them because their chat kept giving me subs. Games Done Quick. And then Michi. And that's it.
Good taste.
Yeah, you're one of my mobile subs. Fuck.
Please unsub on mobile, please.
And Nags. You and Nags are my mobile subs, along with one of my editors and one of my mods. Oh, fuck. Well, time to unsub to Geega. It's time. It's finally subbing.
It's finally time. Please stop paying the mobile price, dude.
It's so bad. The mobile price is so much more. Yo, is that not Geega? Thank you for the anonymous sub to not Geega, chat.
Wow.
Who's that?
Thanks.
I don't know who not
That's so
Geega
kind
is.
of you. People keep showing up in that chat and saying, "Oh my god, I found the secret alt channel."
Wow,
nothing's fucking
so hard.
secret. I try to advertise it. Please watch my alt channel.
It was so hard to find. Wow.
I literally post about it in my Discord, in the announcements channel where I post my regular streams. Hey guys, I'm live on the alt channel. And look, I drew those emotes myself. Do you like them?
Why do they look like the old Widowmaker emotes from that one guy? It looks like
from Moon Moon.
Yeah, they look like the fucking old Widowmaker.
Do they remind
emotes.
you of that?
Yeah, that's what they look like.
I just opened I opened Paint and said, "All right, guys, what are we drawing today?"
Why did you give them a fucking full background?
Because it looks good. Also, see, this is the thing I was saying to you earlier. Someone said, "What's the reason for the alt?" Because I swear Geega plays GTA on both channels. I have not played GTA on main for many months, and I will not play it on there.
Hey, whoever asked what's wrong with mobile, when you sub to somebody on mobile, it ups the price. It's an upcharge by like $2. So a normal sub is like $4.99. If you sub to somebody on mobile, it's like $7. It's not a joke.
Because the
That's
App
what it is.
Store requires the application maker, the publisher themselves, to pay a huge fee. So that you pay like a 30%. It depends on the store, but it's like a 30%-ish cut that you pay to them. So they just put that on top of the price so that they're not getting dicked over.
It's really bad. Please subscribe to me on like your computer. Do not use mobile to sub. Or if you're gonna use mobile because you only have a phone, just log in via a web browser instead of the app. That's it.
Exactly.
It's just it's way better for all of us. Hey, I have beef with you.
Okay.
Big surprise.
Nothing new.
We're on a Jabroni Mike game show, and I have beef because Mike constantly was like, Geega is fucking sweeping the competition while we had the same fucking score. We were tied for like a good first half of the chunk, and he was just like, Geega sweep, I have the same score as her. What is this?
Well, a lot of yours you seem to get by somewhat chance, or they weren't that hard, but then I was getting the hard questions, so my prowess and my 5-head Giga brain was on display.
Your first question was on Chinese history, and I literally knew the answer to it. So it's not.
I also literally knew the answer to it. So that's how trivia works.
That doesn't mean
wasn't your question, so it does not matter.
This is why the beef is staying. It's not getting settled anytime soon. Fucking. Watch yourself. Sleep with one eye open in Cobblemon night. There's gonna be a Pokemon standing over you in the middle of the nighttime.
Okay.
You're gonna see a fucking Mimikyu in your dreams.
Okay.
Made out of Minecraft blocks. I'm gonna pay Boris to slip poison in.
Yeah, he won't do it. He won't do it.
You sicken me.
You make me. Yeah. I posted that on Twitter a bit ago.
You make me sick.
I was watching. You know what I was watching?
What?
I was watching a video of someone going to eat food at a place and describe how the food was, right? And then they started eating and they kept dunking. It was like a seafood restaurant. They kept dunking their seafood straight into the sauce and getting their fingers into the sauce. And I was like, no!
I cringe every time I see someone do the finger lick thing. It makes me so disgusted.
So I just went to Twitter. People make me. Yeah.
I hate that, dude. I fucking hate when people lick their fingers. I get when people do it, but I don't want to see it, right? Like if I'm eating Cheetos, whatever, maybe I'll lick it. But like, I don't want to see it, and I don't want to think about it because that's disgusting. I'm very prudish when it comes to certain things. Like, I don't like burp jokes, fart jokes, bathroom humor. I'll make sex jokes. Sex jokes are funny to me. Everything else is disgusting to me. I find it absolutely vile. I am the most prude motherfucker in the world. I'm like the ladies shouldn't make those jokes, except I'm that with everyone. Like, boys shouldn't make those jokes either. Fuck you. It's disgusting.
Yeah. No, I for me, at the end of the day, I'm not bothered by any of it.
I am.
But I just think, you could be funnier.
It's just so gross to me. I find it so disgusting. It's like, I remember I'll be in collabs with new people, and there'll be a girl in the collab, and she'll be like, y'all mind if a lady lets out her belch? And I'm like, yes. And it's not because you're a woman. It's just disgusting.
Yeah. Well, right. That's the part that is just disgusting. And the thing is, I grew up with nothing but brothers, and people will say, oh, you should be used to it. And I say, well, they don't do that.
Yeah, it's not a guy thing. I just find it gross. It's just nasty.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that I agree. I don't like it.
Geega's joke standards, you could be funnier.
Yeah, I do have joke standards. I mean, look, it's very simple.
Same.
It's very simple. Only say something that's supposed to be funny if it's actually funny. That's it. That's the rule. Thank you. Thank you.
My joke standards are, honestly, you could just be really awkward and I find it funny. Like, if you were just like silent and just say like a really silent thing, it'd be really funny to me. Dad jokes are good too. I think it's really just gross out humor is not funny to me. That's really it.
Yeah.
And some sex jokes are kind of gross, but some are funny to me. Haha, dick, whatever. Sometimes it's funny, but for the most part, it's like not. It has to be layered. Or it either has to be repeated until it's like a dead joke that they're beating, then it's funny to me.
Right.
Like, if you're beating a dead horse into the ground, that's funny. But if it's like I don't know. I like that kind of humor. Like if you say the same joke until it finally works, I'll start laughing. Unfortunately.
I think.
What does one Joel say to another? Just
see, I was gonna say. I think there's some that get a little old.
But because it's old, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh more because I know everyone hates it.
Yeah.
Your jokes could be funnier, Joel. You could be funnier.
they could be a little better.
Whatever, man. I think that's peak, actually. I think it's the funniest thing in the world every time I pull that out of nowhere.
All right. Whatever you say.
Whatever, man. What do you have? You don't even have a dead horse that you beat. I beat dead horses all the time.
No. I talk about Ultra Kill all the time on stream, I guess.
That's not even a joke at that point. You just really want people to play it.
Oh, they used to call me that in college joke.
Okay.
I see anything in a game. Dead horse, that's what they used to call me in college. Like that one always works. That one never gets old.
Yeah, they used to call me the poop deli is Mike's, isn't it?
No, that's I sent that to him. Okay, and that's just a New York thing.
Gross. I still think my answer on that was peak. I came up with a good answer that was for a joke that I was meant to lose.
Yeah, but you know, Nags came in full swing. Okay, he showed up, and he was like, "Hey, man, don't forget." Is this saying don't forget the bev? He said something and a Snapple. It was a done deal. Only New Yorkers would feel that. Would that shake them to their core?
Yeah,
hearing
the other
another
New Yorkers
say something about against. A Snapple.
I feel like I should have gotten the point for coming up with the LA traveler, the tourist. I feel like that was.
It wasn't bad.
Well, I was working against.
It's not about who had a good bit. It's who had the best bit. Your bit was good.
I was working against
Mine was
three other New Yorkers. Okay, I'm literally fighting an uphill battle. I was meant to lose. It was a rigged competition from the start.
Yeah, well, get fucked.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll see you in Block Wars next time. We're gonna start something. We don't get put on a team so we can fucking single each other out.
It is what it is.
I do want to do like a fight with you or something. I think it'd be fun.
We should get into
Scrabble
3D
really
and mud wrestle.
Yeah, 3D mud wrestling.
There's no way to do 3D collabs together that isn't either in VR chat, which I hate doing, or actually meeting up IRL. There's no way to really.
I'm actually planning one with Altair. I'm planning a 3D
that'll be good.
full body collab with Altair. And the idea, obviously, there's not going to be any interaction proper, but we're just going to have both of our models on the screen. And we're going to be in a
green screen in.
Yeah, we'll not be in the same room together, but we're going to set it up in a way that both of our models will be in the same positions unless the program itself freaks out.
That's what I have talked to some people about doing. Like it's a little scuffed because you're not in VR chat. So imagine, sorry to break your immersion chat, but imagine this, you're sitting there, you're looking at the screen and you see your model moving around and you're wearing stuff to track and you are moving around. But you look to your right and there is no one standing next to you because there's no one in the room. But you look to the screen and there is someone standing next to you because they are in their own room doing the thing, right?
Now
in 2D that's fine, but in 3D it's weird because you're supposed to turn to the person and gesture, but they're not there, so you have to act like there's a ghost next to you.
I think it's funny.
So sad.
I really want to try it out.
It'll physically work out. It's just different because when you're in VR, right? You have the headset and you turn and they are actually there, but they're not there when you're not in VR chat.
If you ever I can send you the low poly guy if you ever want a low poly model, but since I only have my low poly model right now, I'm kind of trying to find other people with low poly models so the aesthetic matches. But once I get my 3D model, once I get my non-stylized 3D model, mud fight with Geega. Except it's not like all the girls are getting into a mud wrestle fight. No, it's gonna be like I'm gonna put a rock in the fucking mud ball and throw it at her. It's like the assholes that put ice in their snowballs. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be war. It's gonna be a war. It's not gonna be a battle. Rigged. It's not rigged.
It's so rigged.
whatever. I have the advantage here.
He just wants to win everything, and he just doesn't care.
I'm competitive. I built literal competitive Pokemon teams when I was doing Cobblemon recently. I won a couple, I lost a couple too, but for the most part, sometimes, here's the thing. I'm competitive in the same way that a big fish in a small pond is, where I will be above average at most things against most people that are casuals, and then as soon as I get into anything actually competitive, I get stomped immediately.
Oh, yeah.
And I have no desire to get actually competitive in anything. I like being just above average at most games than most casual people. I don't want to get into like actual competitive stuff because it just gives me anxiety. And I like that. I think that's a nice middle ground for me. But sometimes just want to fucking devote everything into one fucking practice so I can beat the shit out of one person.
Interesting. He says one person with like his teeth gritted. Like
It happens, okay? Sometimes the anger comes out. The deep anger that has been held within since childhood. Back when I did have anger issues. Did I tell you about some childhood stories that I found out about recently that I didn't think about before?
No.
So when you're a kid, you go through a lot of stuff, and sometimes you don't really think about it. You just kind of go on with your life. Found out recently that they had torture allowed as a form of school punishment when I was in school.
Yeah. Ooh,
I don't know if I told you this. Have you heard of this? Did I say this to you?
No, not at all.
When I was a kid, my mom found out I had ADD, which doesn't exist anymore. And she didn't know what it was because the doctor didn't really explain it to her. So she told the school, and then the school put me in special ed for exactly 1 year before they were like, well, he doesn't need special ed. So for the 1 year that I was in special ed, they had like this little special ed room for the kids. And anytime a kid misbehaved, they would put them in this brick closet, this painted white brick closet with no windows and no holes. It would just be a door. They throw them in there. It's soundproof. They throw the kid in there. They lock the door, and the kid is sitting in a empty white brick room.
Oh my
and just starts crying and screaming for 3 hours. And they'll put him in there for like an hour or two, and then until they stop crying, then they take him out. And they'd be like, did you learn your lesson?
And this is supposed to be a solution?
Did you think about what you did? No. 1 more hour in the solitary room. In the quiet room, I think is what it was called. The quiet room. And I remember I one time didn't want to shake the hands of a kid after playing a board game, which, by the way, the special ed class didn't teach anything. So while I was there for 1 year, I remember they didn't say anything. They would just like distract the kids by playing games with them. There was no learning at all, which is obviously not what they're supposed to do.
That's honestly like that's how a lot of it goes. And usually what it comes down to is they want to teach the kids, but there's like one teacher.
Yes, there was only one teacher that gave a shit, it felt like.
20 children. And the thing is, when you have special ed students, with a lot of them, a lot of them have attention issues, so you need to be like snapping your fingers, jingling keys, right? Doing all these things. You can't teach them anything unless you're one-on-one with them, or you have 3 kids in front of you maximum, right? So if you're going to have a classroom with 20 kids, you need so many teachers. But when they put one special ed teacher in front of 20 special ed kids, there's literally nothing they can do but just give them activities to keep them busy.
Well, this class only had 5 people, so the teacher was just not doing their job.
Well, then they were shit.
But I remember after one of the games, I didn't want to shake hands with one of the kids because I think he either picked his nose or his ear, and I was like, I don't want to touch his hands. And they got so mad at me that they put me in the quiet room, in that brick room that's painted white with nothing in it. There's no chair in it either. And I just sat there and I was like screaming as like a fucking 7-year-old. And I was like, let me out. Why am I in here for an hour?
That's
and
so
I
rough.
didn't tell my parents about it because I thought it was normal. So until last year, like earlier this year, I didn't even think about it. And then I was like, wait, was that solitary confinement? Is that allowed? And I told my mom about it. I was like, why didn't you fucking tell us? I told my mom and dad, and they were like, what do you mean? Why did they do that to you? Why didn't you tell me? And I was like, I thought it was normal. I thought all schools did it.
Well, right. How would you know?
As a kid,
That's all you know, right? When that's what's put in front of you, you're just like, oh, this is normal.
And it's insane to think about that was just a thing that like happened. It's so weird thinking about that because I just never thought about it until this year when I like got reminded that that maybe schools shouldn't do that to special ed kids.
Yeah.
That doesn't help at all. But they still do it to this day. I think some schools still do that kind of thing because there's no rules against it. Oh well. And then I found out another thing. To me. I found out something about my uncle, which I didn't realize. This is also another thing that I found out this year. I don't know if you ever have revelations like this, but I remember when I went to go visit family in another country, I saw my uncle for the first time, and he had a super long pinky nail. And I looked at it and I was like, why do you have a really long pinky nail? And he was like, I like it that way. It's a fashion statement. And I found out this year that I'm pretty sure that was a coke nail, that he did cocaine.
You didn't know about the coke, man.
I had no idea. He worked at a fucking electronics store.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely, a lot of people that do coke have really normal lives outside of the fact that they do coke.
You seem normal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not one of those drugs that takes people out of existing in society. It's one of those ones where they're just quirky.
But right? I don't know if you have like these revelations ever where you're just like, hey, that thing that happened as a child, that was weird.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. But at the same time, I mean, the environment I grew up in, I had a lot of older family friends that were very close to me and my siblings that helped kind of raise us. Not that my parents needed that, but we were just around them so much that they were heavy influences. So if something was weird, they would point it out to us. So I had a good experience with that, right? Because I was around these adults that were very invested in me being safe and informed, right? So if something weird happened, it would usually get pointed out so quick. Some adult around me would be like, I would tell them, oh, I did this in school today, and they'd be like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I did not have that. I grew up, unfortunately, mainly through the internet and what I saw on the internet, which is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
It is not a good way to get parented, is by using the internet. I do not like that.
I think hot take, I think kids really should have lots of adults in their lives for support like that, but it's hard because they have to be well vetted, right? They have to be your parents' genuine friends, and you know what I mean? There has to be like a lot of safety stuff there, but like if that can be done, it's the best thing. That's the best thing.
And
but it's so hard.
It's hard also because I feel like a lot of people don't like kids. Like they don't want to be saddled with it. Bless my nephews. I would not want to fucking have to babysit them. I do not want to be alone with my nephews. It's just like, what am I going to do? They're going to stare at me awkwardly, and I'm like, I'm on my phone. I'm like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't hurt yourself, and don't talk to me.
Well, yeah, I guess for me, like, I don't know. I usually wasn't sent around to do things alone with these people. It was more that my parents were doing something. I was with them, and these adults were around, and they were having their own conversations, and I just had to fit in, right? Like, I had to just figure it the fuck out. I wasn't sent to places to go hang out with other kids. I was just there.
I think talking to kids like they're adults is a good way to get them to like you, to like be able to like have a conversation with them so they don't like fucking run away, or they're not like being really annoying.
They understand when you're treating them like a kid versus when you're not.
Because like I see my sibling, and my mom is the worst. She coddles them so much. My mom will just like oh my god, here's the thing about my mother. I'm gonna get into this real quick. My mom will see her grandchildren, and then she'll just like spam them with hugs and love, and it's like, Mom, they don't want to hang out with you because you're so fucking clingy with them. Like, you gotta stop. And then I tell her that, and she's like, oh, shut up. You don't know. You don't even know anything, but you don't like kids. You don't even hang out. You don't even talk to your nephews. I'm like, well, I know I have a better relationship with them because I don't talk to them as much. I'm not as clingy.
Yeah. That's, they don't always get that. Or if they have their own kids, they're used to doing that to their own kids, and they forget that other kids are going to be like, who the fuck is this?
These mommy issues are coming out. Listen, I have a good relationship with my mother. Shut up. We're not talking about this. Yeah. I don't know. I want a cat. Talk to me about cats, Geega. Tell me how to take care of cats.
Get cat, feed cat. Spend time with cat. Do not treat cat the way people treat them, where they say, oh, they're so independent, you don't have to do anything. Fucking false. Spend time with your cat. Yep.
What about
Play with cat.
proofing the house? That's my main worry, is that my house is not like safe or cat proof.
Can
I get like little children barriers for them so they don't play with shit?
They'll jump over that.
Ooh.
They'll get past it. The thing is, you just need to have, well, don't leave, like, I don't know, don't leave knives and scissors out and about where they can knock it down and have it fall on them, obviously.
All in the drawers.
Yeah. Don't leave things on surfaces that they could knock over and break, like a glass. Though, for the most part, I still leave glasses on the counter pushed back toward the edge, and they never go for it and try to knock it over. Only have Gamer Subs
cups out. Got it.
Perfect. Don't leave things around that if they run past it while playing could fall over. So, for example, I have a big mirror that is on the floor leaning against a wall. If they ran behind that and they knocked it over, it could fall and kill one of them. What do I have? Something up at the top that holds it to the wall so it doesn't fall. Ta-da, right? Things like that.
Bookshelves. I have lots of bookshelves that could probably do that.
If they can fall over, you secure them to the wall. If they really wouldn't fall over, I mean, it's a bookshelf. Are they going to run behind it? It should be up against the wall. Probably not an issue, right? Stuff like that.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, house plants. Some house plants are poisonous to cats.
All of mine are fake.
In the lily family. Okay, perfect. So really the basics. I mean, it's pretty obvious what could hurt them.
Wait, give me a quiz. Give me a pop quiz. Test me. Am I cat ready? Am I cat ready?
What do you do if your cat walks up to your chair and starts trying to scratch it?
How
do you get them to not do that? What's the right thing?
Maybe firmly scold them?
Just yes. Okay. Here's what you need to do.
Because I don't want to not pick them up, and I don't want to like.
Well, so if you handle them, if you touch them, well, no, because cats get hissed at by a parent cat. So what do? You yell. You make a loud noise. You never hit them. You never like physically like smack. Obviously,
no shit.
That's just abuse.
Horrible.
But you yell. You make a loud noise, and you don't have to like. You don't have to make it a huge thing. A really loud clap, like a loud and they go, ah, that's it. Ah. It's the equivalent of a parent cat hissing at them. They will understand that. And you have to do it the moment they do it. This is why you do the loud noise. You do it the moment they do the thing so they understand what's wrong. Because a dog, you can bring a chewed up toy to a dog later and go, how did you do this? Why did you do this? And they'll feel guilty, right? They'll know they did something bad. They'll look at the toy and go, oh, I shouldn't have chewed it. If you do that to a cat, they have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. They're like, why are you bringing me this chewed up thing?
Okay.
Right? Like, they don't get it. So you have to make the loud sound the moment they're doing the thing. So if the cat is actively scratching your chair, you clap really loudly and go, ah, no.
Hey.
Yeah, no, whatever you're going to say to them to get them to not do the thing.
Okay.
And you just do that really loud. And it startles them. You're not abusing them because you're not hitting them. You're not doing anything physical. Yeah. And if they keep doing it, you do it again. And you just have to be louder.
I heard one of the things for cats is just letting them like satiate their curiosity so they get bored of it. Is that with just food then? Where they just sniff it and then they stop bothering with it?
They'll try to eat it if it smells good though. And you can't let them do that. So I wouldn't push a plate toward them and be like, hey, you should smell this so your curiosity's sated. Because if it smells good, they're going to keep doing that forever. They're going to keep trying to eat it.
Okay.
So you still do the clap and the no. I find you look at them, you look at their face and you put your face near their face and you go, no. Not like in their face, but you lean closer to them. I feel like I'm going to
kiss it if I do that because they're too cute.
I kiss my cats all the time.
I know. I'm going to get cuteness aggression.
Right on the top of the head. Yeah. That's really what you do, right? Because then in the moment, they know it's wrong. But also you redirect. So if they keep scratching your shit, why are they doing it? Do they need something to scratch? You should have scratching posts in a lot of rooms.
Yeah, I would assume that you should get like something to supplement that.
Yeah. Or if they're scratching it to get your attention, you need to give them something else for attention. So you just teach them what to do. For example, I have next to me a small cat tree. When they want my attention, they go there and I pet them. Every time, if I see them there, I pet them. They know if they want my attention, they can go there. If they don't have that, they will always get on my desk instead. So to stop them from getting on my desk, because they just want my attention, I know that's what they're going for, cat tree next to me. So you just have to figure out what they're trying to get from you, and it's usually attention, almost always.
Give me the next question. I got this. I got this next one.
Okay. Your cat is playing with a plastic bag that you left out after food shopping. It gets its head stuck in the handle and starts freaking out and running around in circles. What do you do?
Maybe
bag around neck.
Be gentle with it, like gently try to calm it down.
No.
What do you do?
When your cat is in
Don't
panic
leave the fucking
mode,
bags out. That's what you do.
Fuck out. Oh yes, number one, no, you don't leave that shit out. But number two, it happens. Yeah, scruff it. You run up to it
By the neck?
and you grab that bitch. Yes, you grab it and you manhandle it, because when it's panicking, there's nothing else.
Just
it
treat it like you're a mama cat then. This is what I'm hearing. And just keep acting like
you
their mom.
scruff it by the back of the neck and another arm around the body if you can. And you pick them up and hold them down, like firmly grasp while you take the bag off of their head. Because if you try to be too gentle and you're like, oh no, stop doing that, oh, and you chase them around, they're just going to be more stressed because now you're also chasing them while they're freaking out, right?
Okay.
and they're just going to be like, oh. So you grab them, and if you can't grab them, you pick up a towel and throw the towel over them. you hold the towel and basically pounce upon them with the towel between you and the cat and wrap them in it.
Because if they can't see, maybe they'll relax.
Yeah, genuinely.
It's
if
like
they
how
can't
some
see them,
animals
they
just
just
think it's
kinda are like,
nighttime when they fucking close, when it gets dark.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm 0 out of 2 so far, but I'm learning. That's the important thing.
Okay. Your cat isn't eating. It usually eats its food, but today, all day, it isn't eating. What do you do?
Is it okay just to call the vet?
Yeah.
Is that allowed? Can I just call the vet whenever if there's any minor issue with my cat?
Yeah, but they usually don't have appointments for sick visits. You have to take them either to an emergency vet. Usually not.
Fuck.
They're booked up all the fucking time, and it's expensive. But that being said, I think personally, I don't spend my money on anything, so I always have a fund sitting there. And if a cat bill has to come up, fuck it, I'm paying it.
Yeah, I would just spend money on the cats. That's like a living thing.
Yeah, that's all I spend money on. I have a place to live, and I have cats. Those are my expenses.
If it's not eating, would you maybe check the food first and then check the cat and see if there's something like wrong with it from the outward appearance? Yeah,
the thing you do is you break out treats, something that it usually can't resist, right? You get some sort of treat that it like really loves. All cats almost all are food motivated. And you drop treats in front of it to see if it'll eat that.
And if it doesn't eat the treats, then something's wrong with it, right?
Yeah, if it has no appetite, it's snubbing even treats, you call the vet, if they will eat the treat, but they're not eating their normal food.
Maybe they're just bored of it.
Could be something like that. More likely that something's wrong internally, but it's not super bad yet. Like they could be constipated. That's when you start checking the litter box.
Okay.
Yeah. Not bad though. Calling the vet is never a bad idea because they'll just walk you through it.
My immediate answer is calling somebody else who's more knowledgeable than me.
Yep.
That's my immediate. I call Geega. My cat's not eating. Geega, what's happening? Chat's not eating their food.
I mean, no, genuinely, I used to work in cat rescue and stuff as a volunteer for a really long time. So, fuck it, man. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
I would say that's like a half a point answer.
Yeah, not bad.
I'll get I'll get 0.5 of a point out of 3 questions so far. That's not bad.
Okay. Your cat wants to go outside. What do you do? It keeps staring at the door out the window, and you perceive this as my cat really wants to go outside. What do you do?
I think it just wants activity, doesn't it? Rather than going outside, wouldn't it just be bored? So I should probably get it something that can let it get its like energy out inside instead of letting them outside.
Exactly. It's just that there's stuff moving around outside and they're curious, but they just need stimulation. Yeah, the answer is hell no, exactly. You do not ever let them outside. Never.
I got a
ever.
point. I got a point.
Mhm. Cats should not be outdoor cats. They should not be indoor outdoor cats. I don't care how many people will be like, I had a cat that lived so long that was indoor outdoor. He loved the outside. I don't fucking care. They're not supposed to be in the environment. The environment is not made for them. Okay, they're an invasive species. They kill everything. Number two, it shortens their lifespan on average by many years because everything that they get kind of all of the bacteria, all of the viruses, all these things that they get exposed to, every little bit of whatever they fight off, it just slowly, wears on them.
Yeah,
it's
I
not good.
assumed
And
that
it's
it would
dangerous.
be awful to fucking let them out. So I
Yeah.
feel like maybe just get them like a little room. Or if I don't have enough space for a room, I get them like something they can play around with.
Yeah, I will say when I was working in cat rescue, vast majority of emergency calls were cats that were attacked by other animals, attacked by other cats, or hit by cars, things like that. It was very rare that someone just found a sick cat or anything like that. It was almost always, this cat shouldn't have been outside, but it was.
Is the
So,
harness
a thing
training thing like where you take a cat on a leash and walk it like a dog?
You can do that, but there are diseases, really bad diseases that cats can get anyway just by being outside, and it doesn't have to be contact with other cats or dogs or something. It can be fleas, which yes, they jump from animal to animal, but also they can live in the grass for some time or on smaller things like a mouse or whatever. They can get certain diseases and infections from that just being outside that are really not good. You can give them that flea and tick medicine before they go out and vaccinate things, whatever, but there's stuff that just you don't want them to ever be exposed to. So bad idea. You can, I think if you do take them out, maybe just walk them on paths on sidewalks, and that's it. You can let them on the grass and stuff. It's doable, but it's not the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
got a
not
good answer. I had an answer proper this time. I'll
Yeah, the
take it.
TLDR, don't let them outside. Just make inside interesting. I think a lot of people are worried that their cat is bored by being inside, but their cat is bored because they don't play with their cats, because people don't think of them like dogs, right? They think they're so different and they don't need to be played with actively, but they do.
I knew
They
that
do.
much. I knew that much. See, this is why I wanted to get quizzed. This is why I wanted to questions.
I think it's pretty easy to take care of a cat. The problem is people think that they're independent and don't need any attention. And because they don't pay attention to them, it's just shit goes wrong. Or they are afraid that people are going to call them lonely because they like their cats a lot, right? Because there's that crazy cat lady trope, or you're going
I
to
don't
be
give a fuck. Call me
alone
crazy.
with your cats.
I already get called that by my family for
Yeah,
not
like-
having a significant other for all these years.
Sorry,
I'm good.
I have a loving pet in my life. Like,
Mom,
Oh.
you're lonely. You can't say that about me. I have a cat. You
Right?
don't even have a pet.
yeah, but it's if you just spend time with them, it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
I think
And my
that's
cats,
pretty good.
arguably I stream a lot, so there are a lot of bits of time where they're not doing much, but they come up to my chair to hang out with me. I just silently pet them on the side all the time. They sleep a lot. Cats sleep so much more than people do, so a lot of the time that I'm spending streaming, they're just getting their daytime sleep in.
I'll be real.
So it's fine.
If when I get a cat, they come up to me while I'm streaming, I'm going to be very vocal about it, and I'm going to brag and flex the shit out of it against chat. Oh, chat!
Oh,
look,
yeah.
the better chat has come to hang out with me. How you doing, buddy?
I
Listen to that
always go,
purr.
oh, Nucky's here. He's so cute.
It
Oh,
sounds like you're a
Smokey.
children's like TV vet, and you're like, "Oh, look, we
Yup.
have a visitor, everybody!
Guess who
Everyone
showed
say
up.
hi!"
I love it. It's nice. I don't know. It also, for me, gives me a really good schedule because streaming, do I have to be awake to stream? Yes. But there's not much else that happens that I have to be awake at certain times for. A lot of my meetings are late and everything anyway. So for me, my cats wake me up every day. There's a certain time where they show up and they go meow 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 meow, meow, and they want to be fed, they want to be paid attention to, whatever. So my day is still very structured and scheduled, even though I'm a streamer who, streamers don't usually have much structure and schedule.
Yeah.
Because I have cats. I like it.
I need that. I need the cat so bad. Maybe I just need to make my wires a little bit better though first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need to check all the shit in my house first too, because I have a lot of random shit just out on the floor.
I think when they're kittens, when they're very little, they might go for wires, but that's a clap and yell thing.
I'm getting one of the older ones from
good.
like rescue.
They're not likely to go for wires when they're older, to be honest. That's a kitten thing usually. But that's good. Honestly, if you've never had a cat before, going for an adult. Yeah. And they don't have to be older. There are so many cats that are adoptable that are 1 to 5 years, which isn't old for a cat. They tend to live past 10. They tend to live up to 15 a lot of the time if they're an indoor cat. So, yeah, just get one.
And there's a vet nearby, so I could honestly walk. Well, I don't really want to walk. I'd probably want to drive if the cat needs to go to a vet, but still, it's close by. It's only like a minute away from me, thank God.
That's good. That's good.
Especially as somebody who doesn't have a fucking car.
I had one cat that I fostered that I wanted to adopt so badly, and I couldn't at the time. I lived in a place where I had to have 2 cats. I was not allowed more, and they made a very special concession that because it was COVID time, I was allowed to have a foster cat because we couldn't leave them in any facilities. All facilities were closed down, so they had to go into homes. So I said, look, this is the situation. There's literally nowhere to put them. My foster group needs fosters. Can I do this? And they said, okay, while things are shut down, all right. So I had some cats I was fostering, and one of them I wanted to keep so badly, but I couldn't because they were like, nah, once the facility opens back up, not allowed to foster anymore. 2 cats, that's it.
I do have a cat that my sibling has named Lou, who they were very willing to just let me have Lou. But I was like, no, I don't want to take him away because they have 2 cats and I don't want to separate them. Because they had a third cat. The third cat passed away, and I feel like if I separate those 2, it'll be weird.
Yeah, it depends on the cat. Some cats really need that. Some cats could not possibly care any less if they have another cat around. Depends on personality.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the other cat well enough. Like, I don't know how well they get along, because every time I get to see my sibling, they have a fucking dog that named fucking Cisco that's just like this needy little bitch, and because of him I never see the cats because they can't be in the same fucking room together because he starts chasing them like a little shit.
No,
I have a little pent up anger against dogs. I mean, he's still cute. I still like him, but he's such a needy little.
I used to always have a
bastard.
cat and a dog at all times before I ended up with 2 cats more recently. I always had a cat and a dog, and I found that mine never really had those issues with each other, but my last cat, he would sit on my desk and wait for my dog to walk past, and they were so nice to each other most of the time, but he'd occasionally he'd go whap, and he'd just smack the dog on the head from like up on the desk and then look away like nothing happened. Well, and I was like, what is
you know
what's your problem?
I think it's also because my sibling just never took the time to like get the dog associated with the cats well enough, so they always keep them separated forever. That's probably why they never took the time to like get them to know each other, so they would stop fucking with each other. I actually do like it when cats just randomly bop somebody for no reason, overstimulated little bastards. It's just fine. I find it funny. It's just like you'll be hanging out with a cat, and they're like, "All right, I'm overstimulated. Fuck you." And they leave, and then they come back like 5 minutes later, and they're like, "Hey, hi, remember me?"
Yep. They're so ungrateful. They're little liars.
All cats do is eat hot chip and lie.
Yep.
Oh, I love cats. I love cats.
Me too. Get a cat. It's time.
I think it is. I think
I'm gonna start searching for foster groups in your area, and I'm gonna start sending you links, and I'm gonna be like, here's a local cat for you.
You do know where I live. Geega always has the opportunity. She knows where I live.
I can look up foster groups and go, look at this one. You should get this one. You could call today.
Literally prank call pizza to my house.
I could. I actually could.
I still gotta buy a second PC so people can come visit me. I want friends to come visit me. I had Ruben visit me once. That was really nice.
Oh my god, yeah.
What
yeah.
a sweetheart. That little guy is so cute. I want more
Isn't he
people
the
to come
best?
visit me.
Yeah,
Ruben's another Pookie.
Party.
He's another person
No.
that's like Pookie.
He's not.
He
He's not
is
Pookie.
Ruben.
He has a couple things in common with a Pookie, but I wouldn't give him Pookie
He
status.
literally talks like he's a baby sometimes.
You know what?
Yeah.
He does.
Sorry, I had to mute because fucking somebody played.
I saw it in the chat.
Doesn't even fit the scenario.
I
We're
just
talking
said-
about cats.
We're talking about cats, dog. What's your problem?
They just wanted to be. They just
Ew.
wanted their attention. They're like, that's the cat in the chat. Wrong
Yep.
one, I swear. Yeah, all right, buddy.
Right,
Mods,
right.
twist their testicles.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oops, my little brother had my phone. I swear I
love
didn't
that
type
joke.
that.
I every time I'm fighting somebody and I lose, it's immediately like, sorry, my little brother is playing.
My little brother had the controller. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, you guys fucked up now. My big brother's playing.
When you win, yeah, I got the controller back from him. It's fine, guys.
If we're on a Block Wars team and they add proximity voice chat, I
God,
die.
I
I'm
wish.
just like, my big brother's about to come out and beat you guys up, and then Geega walks in at 4:11, just like, what are you guys doing over
Hey,
here?
guys. God, I wish it had proximity. No, I like it with the team chats, but there's
think
some people
some
that I
things would
personal
be
vendettas
lovely.
against in Block Wars. Okay, there's some folks that I certain games I see them and I'm like, okay, it's time for you to die. And I
Heavenly.
wish I could yell at them in real time. No, Joe Bart.
Oh, I have one with Heavenly and Line Shoe.
Fucking Joe Bart when we play Spleef specifically. Every time we play Spleef or over Spleef, that dude just my first 2 or 3 Block Wars, he ran up to me and dug out a hole right under me 3 times in a row and killed me.
That was me. Line Shoe did that with me in Spleef. I feel like I got targeted by all of that fucking green team, him and Haka. Every time we were in Spleef, I just randomly would look up and I got targeted. We had a moment.
Right,
we had a
right.
moment of peace and they broke it. We all were crouching at the bottom. You were there, and then randomly somebody fucking hits me, and I felt like I was stabbed in the back, like I was betrayed. It felt like I was playing Clue.
I think Spleef might be my worst game in Block Wars.
I don't like it.
It's the one I do worst in.
I
Hands down.
did not like that, and I didn't understand Dropper. I feel like you could do better in Dropper now. But
Dropper,
also, you know what?
mean
I
out of the
don't like
Trailblazers games?
Yes, I
Dropper?
don't like the race either. I feel like the race, if
Really?
you fuck up immediately, you immediately lose. Like, I didn't know what was going on race because I didn't know
Yeah.
the map. So I went on the hard course. I missed my first jump because I wasn't sprinting.
Yeah.
And then immediately, and I also didn't know, I don't know how tridents work. I had no idea what tridents
Oh,
were.
okay.
But because I fucked up once, I couldn't make it past anyone ever again because everyone's running at the same speed. Just felt really awkward
I
because
think
we all have
that is
consistency.
that is definitely tough. It'd be nice if you could practice the map beforehand. But the thing is, they brought this up to me, which is so valid because I said that. I was like, "Hey, Block Wars folks, it would be nice to practice beforehand." They said, "Thing is, if we release those maps, you're just gonna get the sweats hard practicing over and over and over and getting too good." And I said, "You know what? You're right."
What I would like is actually
Yeah.
maybe not variety, but like I want something to change it up a little bit. That way, if you're like items, like in Mario Kart, if there was a way to use an item to fuck over people in front of you, so you'd actually be able to like move up in the line. Because if you're in like 25th, you're not getting in first place. You're in 25th. There's 25 people in front of you that all have the same consistent speed. You're not gonna, like, no matter how hard you play, you can play out of your mind. You're not gonna get in first if you're in 25th.
Not a bad idea.
Like, there's too much of a gap. I think if they had items that are like just RNG bullshit, it might add a way for people to like actually change up the rankings a little bit more. Because like, why does it need to be super skill based anyways? It's a fucking race. Also, those boats fucking suck.
Oh yeah, I hate ice boating.
And maybe a little bit more time in hide and seek. Well, probably not that much time in hide and seek actually.
No. I think that's perfectly timed.
Sometimes in hide and seek, it'd be like, all right, I'm perfect. I'm set. Nobody's going to find me. And then immediately In other ones, I'd
Oh,
be
you
like,
get
I'm
found.
fucked. Well, it's
I
because some
was
of the
trying to do
areas
the
are
skibbity
way
toilet
worse.
strat, and oh my god, skibbity toilet, they
What the
just
fuck
knew.
are you saying? What is that?
You don't know about the skibbity toilet meta?
No, what are you saying to me? Geega, you're
You go
older than me.
to-
What are you saying? I'm younger.
You don't
What
understand,
are you
it's
saying?
Minecraft, okay? You go to the map that looks like the Krusty Krab. You know how one of those rooms in that game looks like the Krusty Krab?
In the hide and seek one?
Yes. There's a room that looks like the Krusty Krab. You know how the Krusty Krab has a sign in front of it that is an open clamshell, right? That says the Krusty Krab on. It's a very tall sign. On that map, they built that. The skibbity toilet strat is you go up on top of the Krusty Krab, you jump to the sign, and there's a little hole in the middle of it. You can crouch in it. And if they don't jump to that spot specifically, they'll never see you. So we would go, skibbity toilet northwest, and we go run to
is it
skibbity
the
toilet.
little room that's in a little cubby in one of the corners and in the
No,
maps?
it's one of the rooms. So it's all the
Is it the
rooms are the
whole
same, and they're
room?
randomly. The whole room looks like the Krusty Krab. One of the generated rooms looks like the Krusty Krab. So if you find the Krusty Krab, you go to the skibbity toilet and you sit in there. And if they don't check that specifically, they'll never see you.
Wait, can I show you something?
However, people figured out the strat, and skibbity toilet strat doesn't work anymore. But then they made a room in that game that is actual skibbity toilet. There's a toilet in the middle with Minecraft Steve's head coming out of it, and you can go to the back of his neck, and there's a little spot that you can hide in.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking
But
of.
they found that too.
There was a hide and seek. When we were doing hide and seek, there was one room that there was like 6 people in, and nobody saw what was going on in it. Let me see if I can find it real quick in my VOD. It was really stupid.
I usually do pretty well in that game, but I had a couple bad hiding spots this time around.
Where is it?
Wasn't so good. I popped off in Photon though. We were talking about it earlier. God, I love Photon. I want to play that every day.
Minecraft
5v5
minigames are
Photon.
fun, man.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
I'll find more maps and stuff that we could play.
Wait, here. I
Let me
found
see
it. Let me do this. I'm display capturing it. This might be a little hard for you to see. But
Okay.
it was, let's see. Here it is. This is the start of the round, right? We went into this area that looks like the ultra kill area a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was literally just here. And this room, there was 8 people in, and nobody found. I think this was when you guys were the finders, right?
It's the garage. Yeah.
And we just went behind that, and nobody came in because it's so fucking rough to see. And then I
the
remember
garage is really good.
this
is
you
one
guys
that
were
people go to.
destroying everyone. I think Bricky came in, looked around, and then just immediately left. And there's a little guy in the toilet. Look. You can see him in the corner right where I am.
Yeah.
He's just in the fucking corner.
I don't think I ever got into this room, or maybe I did. I don't know.
Bricky did. Bricky walked in and then left.
Yeah, this one is good. If you find the
Bricky.
garage, you always go in the garage.
Oh, no, that's not Bricky.
If you find the Krusty Krab, you can do skibbity toilet. Oh yeah, Tob was Peter Griffin.
Tobbs was so lost. It was very. I felt. We all felt. It was just like, look at her. She's so.
Our team did so well in Order Up. That one we went crazy,
Same.
absolutely crazy.
Order
I was
Up
doing the
fun.
delivery part. I love doing deliveries. Oh my god.
So many of you guys missed this because it was it was really early during the day, so we had way less people in the chat. Sorry, guys. Watch the VOD though; it's good. Well, when the VOD comes out on YouTube, because that's gonna be another week.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God, I love Block Wars.
It's
I'll
fun,
do it every
man.
time.
It's cinema. I can't wait to do another one. I'll be better this time. I was so happy I was in 5th place so I could brag to people for the longest time. I got into 4th with the other 3 being the captains. And I was like,
Well, the
let's
thing
go.
is, the placements are your
Point-based.
points, but certain games, your team all gets the same points. So if you play team-based games at the beginning, whichever team is winning, all of their people will be up there. And then by the time you get to the end, the people who are cracked, like the individuals, top 10 every time.
I was in
same
there
10
for
people.
at least 4 of those rounds. I was in the top 5. And then I fell off.
No, you were.
I was the
You should-
I watched your
see, you were
VOD. You
with
called me the
Feinberg.
fucking Minecraft kid.
I did. No, you were with Feinberg. He is the one. I was on the same team as him last time. He was the one that was screaming, "I found the skibbity toilet strat, go!" And he was doing skibbity toilet call outs, and I was crying. I was
What?
crying. It was
Dude,
so
Feinberg
funny hearing
was so
Feinberg
quiet
scream.
during our Block Wars game.
Really?
He was not.
Oh, we were
like,
screaming.
I don't know if he was just tired that day, but he was just
He might
like,
have been, yeah.
all right, guys, just do this. And then that was Feinberg's instructions when we were hanging out.
Maybe he just didn't like you that much.
Yeah, you know, it's a skill issue on personal basis, apparently. Oh my god. I'm just happy
Were you
I
gonna
got
play
cat
game today?
information. I was gonna play Borderlands 2, but that was my backup plan if you were unavailable. Instead, I'm either gonna do Cobblemon or the Pokemon TCG because I'm in a TCG tournament tomorrow.
You should do it.
Which one? TCG?
Both.
I'm in the Cobblemon Ghost type tournament. I'll probably do that and then immediately swap off to the TCG.
Nice, nice.
Just because I need to download the TCG first, and then I need to get my pack because the tournament's literally tomorrow, and I haven't practiced at all. I still want to play Borderlands though. I want to play more Borderlands soon. I'm finishing off the DLC. Yep, I beat Borderlands 2. We did all of the DLC except for the Last of the Headhunters, the Fight for Sanctuary, which I'm not interested in, and then Tiny Tina's. And this was my first time playing all the DLC, and I was very disappointed with a lot of it. Yeah, the Hammerlock one was okay, not good. The Torg one was okay, not that good. The Scarlet one could have been really good, but they allocated like half of the fucking DLC to some random creepy dude who is obsessed with Scarlet, and I was like, why is this the main plot point here? Show me more of the pirate stuff.
I always liked Borderlands, like sitting there and playing it, but a lot of the dialogue, a lot of the stuff that goes on, I didn't like. It was just.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I grew up with it. I was really into it. I like the lore of it a lot. Obviously, I don't think all the dialogue holds up, but for the most part, I still really liked a lot of it, and I enjoyed everything that it gave me.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, now with all the new Borderlands, I fucking hate it, but I actually kind of. I don't know if any of it makes me laugh, right? But I am fond of the characters they have in Borderlands 2.
Right.
I think the characterization is good. Maybe not the dialogue exactly. It's of its time for sure. This is why she's top mod. Stop glazing Geega. She's literally in the fucking chat right now.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Stop it. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm gonna go through Borderlands 2 once I finish the DLC. I know Tiny Tina's was a really good DLC.
Yeah.
And the story for that one's actually decent too. But I'm gonna finish Borderlands 2 and then do pre-sequel, which is the one that I actually find is my one of my favorites.
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
And
it's fun. Did you just mute yourself?
Whoops. I'll do Borderlands pre-sequel, and that's because that's one of my favorites. And then I'll probably be done with it. I'll do Borderlands 1, and then I'll not do 3, I think, and then I'll move on to like Sonic or Outer Wilds. Yeah, but if I do 3, I'm gonna mute the fucking game.
It's time to play Outer Wilds. Just forget all of Borderlands. Just stop playing Borderlands and play Outer Wilds.
Hey man.
Monday.
Hey, not cool, bro. It's a good game. No, Monday I'm doing Halo Reach with Kyan.
Okay. Well, then Wednesday.
Wednesday I have Chaos collab with Monarch and Sayu and my friend Liz.
And then Friday.
I have Halo 1 with Michi.
Can you stop? How about next Saturday?
I
have Porcelain Parlor again.
I have a Porcelain Parlor with Line Chew, who actually ditched me the first time for Block Wars. Maybe I'll fucking ditch him for
what about the Monday after?
I have nothing on the 25th.
Oh my god, Outer Wilds on the 25th. Oh my god. I'm so excited, Chad. I'm so excited.
I gotta do a potluck. I haven't done a potluck in a while.
I'm so excited.
I gotta show chat some new video games. They get sad when I don't do potlucks because they really like potlucks.
You can do a potluck Wednesday.
That's true. That day is also just completely free. My last
Well, the
week
thing
of the
is,
month
when
is free because
you-
that's my birth week. That's my birthday's on the 30th, remember?
Oh my god, that's true. Yeah.
Chat mods, if you're doing any fucking Koodle boards or one of those video things, you might as well send them out now.
Oh my
I don't know if they
goodness.
have. I don't know if you guys do.
I told all of my friends, or really all of my mods, because they're usually the ones that like organize those things. I said, hey, don't do those for me.
I love them. It's the only
No,
time
that's
I
good
get
if you
those.
like them.
Well,
I don't.
My reasoning for liking them is that I
Yeah.
don't get to see these people that often. So getting a message from them, whether it's video form or in message form, is like,
Yeah.
it's really nice. Because again, I don't make small talk with people. I don't talk in DMs. I don't DM just to say hi. So if I get a message on a Kudo board that's like, I don't know, from like Geary,
Hey,
right? I don't
glad
talk to
you're
Geary.
live.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like, that's really nice. It's really lovely to get. It's really
I
nice.
can understand that. I don't feel the same. For me, I feel like I am forcing everyone to try to come up with something to say.
I don't know what the fuck just happened with the tip. Has Geega addressed the allegations that she chops up hot dogs, puts them in a bowl with milk, and eats them like cereal?
What the fuck is this?
Is this an
If
inside
this
joke
were a
for you
meme-
guys?
No, it's not. I was gonna say if this were a meme that I recognized,
Gilk.
I would have an answer for you. But this is just a sentence that someone typed.
Well, thank you for the $5. But yeah,
Thank you for
no,
giving Jolt
no,
$5.
That's why I like those message boards. It's just nice to hear from people that I don't normally message. I also
Yeah, I
understand
think
why
it
people
depends on the
don't
person.
like them though.
I feel bad, so I started not always doing them this year. Sometimes I still will, but if I am like really busy, I do not force myself to get a video done.
I'll do it last minute at like 6 a.m.
That's the thing. I don't want to do it if I'm gonna be on the camera and be like, "Hey, happy birthday," and I'm cooked and I can't think of what to say, and you know what I mean. So I
Yeah.
just don't always do them.
Well,
I just send people messages and I go, "Hey, sorry, didn't record a video, but want to say happy birthday."
Those are nice too. Those are nice too. I like to do those.
Yeah.
Well, if you're free on the 30th on a Saturday, we could do Mario Party.
think
I could bring.
so.
Bricky said he was free. I could set up Mario Party. Because normally on my
think I
birthdays, when I
am.
do subathons, it's just like one
Right.
game with friends, and then the rest of the night is hanging out with chat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's normally my plans for subathons because I can't think of anything else. Those are my favorite things to do. Hang out with chat or hang out with
Yeah.
friends, and then do something that chat can participate in.
I want to do a subathon, but I also don't want to do the
Uncapped
month
sucks.
long.
I don't like uncapped.
yeah.
I want to do
don't think
24
I could do
hours
it.
max. I don't like doing anything more than 24 hours. And even
I
then,
would
that one's unhealthy.
do
7 to 12.
the old style. So the way, okay, I feel like VTubers are the ones who made these uncapped, sleep on stream all the time,
Those
like
Ludwig.
do everything on stream all the time ones happen. Yeah, Ludwig did it first, but I feel like VTubers were the first community to be like, we're all doing these now, right?
Don't like them.
I personally, I'm fine with other people doing it.
Oh, yeah. That's
I don't think I
it's
could.
fine.
I'm with you though. Don't like them. Like for me, yeah, I don't think I could do it. But at the same time, people love events, and people always ask, "Would you ever do blah blah blah?" So the old style of subathon before Ludwig's style, where he was on stream all the time, was that people would say, "I'm going to stream every day for this many hours until like the timer's done," right? So they would just stop and start the stream, and they would start every day, same time, play whatever, and it would be like 12 hours a day or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of style. And then they would have, it would be capped, and they would have specific goals. The first week, if you subbed within the first week, you would put X number of seconds on a timer. And then future weeks, it would be a much smaller amount of seconds. So it would be like brackets.
I don't like how
And there are ways to
unorganized
do
it
it.
feels. I prefer subathons that are shorter in time because you organize the entire time slot. So
And
it's
feel
like
it- yeah,
these 2
yeah.
hours, these 2 hours, these 2 hours. We follow the time slot to a schedule, and it's always really nice. And I don't
I agree,
like them
I feel like
yeah,
I will say, I feel like most of my friends that do subathons go into it with plans, and then all of those plans fall apart because they're
Yep.
so tired, because it's exhausting. Because a subathon is you pushing yourself way beyond what you should
I
be
actually
doing.
see it as uncapped subathons
Yeah.
are just normal streams, except you slowly get withered away,
Except
and
you're
it's
more tired.
And it's like, yeah, that's it.
You're dying.
That's why
Yeah.
I don't like them. And it's so incentivized because they are really good. They get you a lot of money and they get you a lot of viewers.
When you think about how much money people make from them, I'm like, am I a fucking
insane.
idiot for not doing these?
I feel like a dumbass for not doing it because you gain viewers. You gain a positive amount of viewership.
People just show up and throw money at it because there's a timer on the screen. But if I don't have events,
those viewers become regulars. They stay afterwards. It's insane, and you gain money from it.
It's the best marketing ever. It's so crazy.
Uninteresting. I don't think it's interesting. I don't think they're interesting as streams.
Dude, because I know I would be cooked when I stream for a long time. I'm cooked by the end. I am saying fewer words, fewer unique words. I am tired. My voice hurts. Whatever. Will I push through it because I like streaming? Yes. But if I did that every day for a month, I would die. I would die, and I would have nothing good to say past the 5th hour of each day. My brain would be tapped, and I would just be sitting there on stream going, "Whoa, that's crazy."
That's how I feel. That's how I feel already because the last Chad, if you look at my VODs, the last week of streams, 2 weeks of streams have been 10-hour streams consistently. And then I also had the gall to do a fucking 10-hour stream where 3 of the hours were karaoke. It's it's a lot.
I think one of the reasons it's more unfathomable for us to do subathons is because you and I are people who have no dead air when we stream. There are no gaps. We are talking
I've been learning to let it go.
Constantly. I've been trying to, but even then, our word count per minute is still so much higher than a lot of other people's. And this doesn't mean other people's streams are bad or ours are good for that. It's just how we stream. And I think because of that, the amount of talking and content that happens in a couple of hours for us is different from other people. So if we try to do our normal standard of how much we're talking for a subathon, we would both die. We would die.
I mean, I've been because I've been doing these 10-hour streams. After a while, when I start to wind down in the stream, I do learn to like just kind of shut up and let other people just like we just enjoy the presence of each other. It's like being able to sit in silence with my chat and have it still be entertaining because we're still doing things there. Like if I play, Minecraft, I don't have to talk all the time. I can just nerd out about Pokemon stats and build a team, and then I don't have to like talk consistently,
Right.
Or play games like Tiny Glade or anything that's just like a wind down type of game where I can just talk like this and occasionally have some dead air and relax a little bit because I know people are falling asleep anyways.
That's also the power of if you have like Mouse is a good example, right, where she had a lot of friends in a server that could pop in and talk, and that would save her from overusing her voice or let her brain rest because other people are thinking of what to say and she can just kind of sit there and game, that kind of stuff. But if you're gonna run the subathon yourself and not have a lot of that gets really hard. So it depends on how you do it.
And again, before anyone misconstrues any shit because they're stupid, fucking other people doing it is fine. I just don't like it myself. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't like myself, obviously. Like, I'll participate
It's the same way we'll play certain games and not others on stream. We also don't want to do certain events.
Another thing is, like, I participate in award shows sometimes, but I don't like award shows. Like, I don't think any of them are good or worth it. But I still participate in them because, it's fine if other people do them or if other people like it. Drinks and Peanut, thank you guys for the raids. Hope you had good streams. I'm hanging out with Geega.
Welcome.
But yeah, no, that's another thing. I don't really like award shows that much, even though I participate in them. Like I announced for the VTuber award show last year, but I don't actually like them. Because it's never. I mean, all award shows eventually are just popularity things, but
that's the thing, fine. and I'm not mad at any organizers ever for that because there are no ways.
There's no way to do it. Yeah, there's no way to make an award show not popularity.
Yeah, it's either you have some form of it be popular vote, which is popularity contest, or you have a panel of judges and they're going to have to be picking and choosing people from. Yeah, they're going to biases and they're not going to know a lot of these people. They're going to have to do cursory research. which is always shallow surface level, and they're not going to get full context and know how much this person has contributed to this community, blah 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 blah, if they're not the biggest streamer. Well, you know, it never works out that way. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm not a fan of them at the end, but I'll still engage with it because it's just fun, but I don't take it seriously, right?
Yeah, like if I get invited to announce something, I'll do it. I'll announce the award, but I don't really give a shit about the award. And here's the thing, right? Like, I'll never ask you guys to vote for me for anything, just because I don't like. It also feels weird if I ask for people to vote for me, because then it feels like I'm using popularity to my advantage instead of just having people think of me when they see the award come up.
But everyone else would do that, so you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I just don't like the general idea of it, I guess. The entire thing overall.
Me neither.
Oh well.
Me neither. It's yeah. I just feel like if you are doing well in a certain category, you will see people recognize you for that often. As a streamer, right? Because you're in front of a live audience anyway.
I think it'd be fun to have individual, instead of doing it as an award show, just have it be a form that people fill out on stream so you can see their individual biases and be like, oh, I want this person. Like if I filled out a award show form, but I didn't actually click send or anything because I don't care. If I just filled it out and showed people, I think this person is doing really good. I think this person's really cool. I think this person's really cool.
Activity sheet at that point.
Yeah, it's just like a little activity sheet showing off that I like these people. People that I think are great in these categories.
If I wish we would just have people who are streamers be the voters instead of asking viewers. So it's not the viewer base and then someone having a huge viewer base or more Twitter activation, right?
You're not allowed to vote for yourself.
You have a bunch of streamers whitelisted and they can vote.
And they're not allowed to vote for themselves. They have to vote for other people for each thing.
You just pull in their Twitch username, have them, off their Twitch account to vote. Boom.
That could become a circle jerk if you're not too careful, though.
Yeah, but what isn't?
Okay, you know what?
Right.
You know what?
I'd rather the streamers, because then let's say it's like the Streamer Awards and they're going best FGC streamer, right? Who's going to be having a lot of opinions and trying to vote hard for their favorite FGC streamer? The FGC streamers, the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
I think that there's still going to be bias, but at least those people know more about that stuff.
I think streamers some streamers definitely would just do popular vote, but most streamers I like to believe that most streamers probably would vote for people that they actually just think of, because a lot of streamers just have friends with other streamers, and it doesn't mean that they're gonna vote just like popular vote. Like I'm not gonna vote fucking like big corporate hololive for this one thing. I'll probably vote for somebody that I just think of when the first thing that comes to my head. If like,
not just because they're in a thing.
Who's the coolest VTuber that cooks? I'm gonna think off the top of my head, Geary. That's not a popularity thing. It's just like that's the first person I think of.
She's the one who does that most.
Think like Geary, Omi, even though he's not good at cooking. Roy, like stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. You as a streamer in this community will think of those other names, but a lot of viewers will only think of Geary. They don't know those others, right? So having other streamers vote on it, or at least maybe having them have weighted votes. This is what I thought too. Let's say you log in and it sees that you are like a partnered streamer, or you are an active streamer who streams to at least more than 5 people, right? So it knows that you are an active streamer. It could then weight your vote. So your vote counts for a lot more than a viewer who does not stream themselves, potentially. And that way everyone can vote, but by weighting the streamers' votes in there more and taking their opinions a little more into account, I think that could help sway it in a better direction. That was my thought.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Fucking electoral college of VTuber awards.
Yeah, no, seriously, because I think, if you were getting so specific about it and you were overcooking on this, each streamer has to say what types of things they stream, and then when you vote in your own category of the kind of stuff that you stream, maybe it even scrapes that data and sees what games you stream and puts you into one. Then it can weight your vote on your category way more heavily because you know your shit.
Yeah.
Boom.
I think it'd be cool.
This can all be done. This can be done easily, automated, done.
It's just, my idea was just doing a tier list of what you think is which streamer goes with which category, because it's fun. I mean, that's why people like watching other people put in their votes for different award shows, because they're just interested in getting the ideas behind other people.
When I was doing my votes, I went through it and I was trying so hard to not just vote for my friends.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I
it's
saw
hard
it
not
too.
to, but I was trying to be serious about it and actually. Or there are some people on there that I really like. I watch them a lot, so I want to vote for them. But when I look through the other people, I think to myself, this person deserves the award, though.
Yeah,
right?
like I think some people would have better, like you said, better educated guesses, or because streamers would just know more people than viewers would. And like, for example, right, I saw I don't know which award show it is, if it was Stream Awards or VTuber Awards, whatever, both of them. There was like a best tech streamer, and I think I saw Zen and a couple other people in there, but my immediate thought would be like Shindags or like, or sorry, Shindigs. He sometimes changes, his Twitter is different, or like Miko, probably still had really crazy tech, or fucking. Just there's like Fofamit, like that's a person that most people wouldn't think of.
Oh, Fofamit would be good, yeah.
Like all of those people would be insane tech VTubers, or like people that I think of, and and like you don't get to know those things because you wouldn't know them as a person. You wouldn't know their streams unless you like are somebody that goes around and meets a lot of streamers all the time as a streamer. I think it's cool. Or art. I would even fucking put up Taijiro. The insane art.
That's a good point.
The person who rigged everything. Like I would consider that as its own category, as an art streamer, instead of just like I do art on stream. They made their stream art. That's another cool thing that I feel like people wouldn't think of unless they're very popular.
Interesting.
There's a lot of cool things out there. Honestly, I would watch a show hosted by Shindags where he just shows off people. Shindigs. I keep calling him
like
Dags.
that, yeah. Shindags, because of his handle.
It's fucking that's what I knew him from. But yeah, but we're at the 4-hour mark, Geega.
It's time.
It's time. I'm gonna let you go. I'll let you go live your own life. You don't have to stay here anymore.
I'm getting out of here. I gotta eat food.
Yeah, I'm also kind of hungry, but I'm gonna go use a little doll's room and switch over games. Thank you for hanging out, Geek. It was nice to have you on again. I feel like I haven't gotten to hang out with you in a while, so this was really nice.
Yeah, we'll do shit. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. All right, everyone, say goodbye to your Auntie Geeg.
Bye,
She's heading on out. She's going to better farmlands. She's going to greener pastures.
Yep. See you in 7 months.
Ah, fuck. Not again.
Bye, chat.
There she goes. She's taking Boris with her. He's just following along. Is that how he walks? He kind of walks like Edna Mode from fucking the Incredibles. Oh my god. How does he do that? It's honestly really impressive. And there she goes. Goodbye, Geeg! Never to be seen again. I'll actually see her at the next court case that we have for the custody hearing, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thank you guys for watching Porcelain Parlor with Geega. If you guys want to see anything else, you can check out these videos on the side of me right here and here, or you can go check out the main channel and just look around for different videos that you like here. Don't forget, I also have a VOD channel if you want to see other former Porcelain Parlors, or if you want to see the full unedited length of this Porcelain Parlor, you can go check it out there. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you have a good rest of the night, and I'll see you later, YouTube. Bye!